coming. Painting a picture so lovely. I'm using all of the colors. Get hide away from the darkness. Picking up what's undercover. Do you know I see it closet? All of these struggles, I swear I dispel it. All of this strife, I swear I repel it. All of this poverty, I swear I didn't have it. All of this violence, can we repair this? Are we prepared for the rise of an empire? And are we prepared for the fall of a system? Everything we know was a lie. Patch myself up from the root to the crown. In the efforts to preserve my bloodline, I would do anything for my soul tribe. Write this shit down on a scribe, inscribing all of the light that I've been manifesting. Now I'm tired of waiting. All this time we wasted, all these sacrifices. Put it down in writing. More than qualified to achieve all I desire. My words the candle, light up the fire. I'm on my way. Nothing can stop me. I'm on my way. Nothing can block me. Open the way so I can myself. Open the gates so I can rise. I'm on my way. Now I'm tired of waiting. All this time we wasted, all these sacrifices. Put it down in writing. My words the candle, light up the fire.
I took a hit for the team. Took a bullet for the dream that we would one day all be free. Free from prejudice, free from sexism, free from bigotry. I die for creativity. I die for freedom to be free. I died and left a legacy. Oh, but baby, I still live through technology. After the sun, then comes the rain. And after the storm, the sun will start shining. What is the pain? And tears of pain. And tears of pain. And a dash of struggle, just be patient. Your destiny will manifest. Yes, falls in the sand.
What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? What's going on, y'all? Can y'all hear me good? We'll turn the background music down some. Can y'all hear me? What's going on? Welcome me, welcome you. Hold on one second. Let me get my shit together. 1 second. Y'all gonna see me tonight. Y'all gonna see me tonight. Just hold on. Okay? First of all, shout out to Queen Stevie in the motherfucking building. Okay, shout out to King Deshaun in the building. Okay, shout out to King Boy Crazy in the building. Okay, shout out to all of y'all. I put my shit up in our heads, Lord. Boy Crazy, what's going on? Hope everybody doing well. Y'all please forgive me for being late. Had a little dispo run I had to go do, no shade. Okay, and with that being said, let's go ahead and get on into it. 1 second. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Hello, 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 hello. I don't know why this shit got me looking light-skinned, bitch. I don't know why this shit got me looking lighter than what I normally do. I got this ring light on back here and these lights. I don't know what the hell going on, but hey, we here. What's going on? How you doing? Girl, let me put this down, bitch. Girl, the pre-roll of the night, of the live, girl. This is not a sponsorship, but I'm manifesting sponsorships, girl. I love weed, girl. Weed saved my life, and y'all will hear about that later on tonight. So giving honor to God, Source, Universe, Consciousness, and Mother Marijuana, this live has been brought to you by a girl. And again, this is me practicing for the shit I'm manifesting in real time, bitch. Magic, okay? Infuse, girl. Magic infuse. Pre-roll cannabis joint, and the one that I have is a hybrid, and it's called Apples and Bananas, girl. Apples and bananas. Girl, and I also eat apples and bananas. And some niggas need to eat more apples and bananas, girl. But no shade. That is the pre-roll of the night. Okay, we got Harold in the building. What's going on, Harold? Girl, y'all love to be in here, girl. When it come downtown, can't even talk, girl. Andrew, come through, bitch. I know, girl, you've been upset. I haven't played your shit recently, bitch. Girl, come on, get your Shia.
Oh, Mashanya. Oh, I feel a Shakani up in here. Mashanda.
That's one thing. And
you wanted it,
okay,
and you got it.
You what?
You wanted it,
And you what?
and you got it.
Hell no. Ain't no way. Ain't never been a representative for me, so speak for you, my brother.
Honey, I represent all the men here. Anyway, that vibe would never leave you, nor forsake you.
So that
you.
This is for faggots.
Girl, this for the faggots, girl. But anyway, we are here tonight because we are spilling the tea further on me. Okay? I suggest that queer people, black people, just start telling your truth. This is the era of truth. America has finally admitted, girl, how they really feel about oppressed groups of people, girl. That's the saving grace with this whole situation. It is showing America what they believe about us. Now it's time for us to start believing what we believe about ourselves, girl, or become aware of that. Because tonight's live is going to be a journey of me going through that process. Again, not having any sort of queer representation that was healthy for me at the moment, at the time. And how I almost didn't survive. And that we're going to that place again, but we got to do better. We got to change the way that we think. We got to evolve in that. And BubzDaGawd is here to do that. Because no shade. I'm not going to subscribe to the fact of, oh, it can only happen in another lifetime, girl, or we won't be the only ones that see it, girl. Fuck all that. Motherfuckers from 2018, 2019, all the way up to 2025, girl, we done lived 3 different motherfucking realities at one goddamn time. Don't tell me, okay, that things can't change. Because they are changing. All right? Okay, girl. Ooh, I'm going to be telling my tea in this live. But again, tell y'all stories. Tell y'all stories. You might as well tell your shit now, because these hoes going to try to tell it for you, girl. You can't tell it. Let me tell it. What the Lord, see my titties bounce, has done for me. You can't tell it. Put it in the light, bitch. Let me tell it. What the Lord, girl, has done for thee. Okay, so I'm going to tell my story. Now, there's going to be a few story times that I'm not going to tell because I believe that they should have a live within itself. Not just an amalgamation or a list of this shit, but an actual live dedicated to it. Because I feel like some transformative stuff is going to happen. And girl, I have a very big feeling, girl, that I'm going to have an ego death bitch in front of all of y'all. But the way I'm going to handle that ego death in front of all of y'all is going to prove to y'all, and even to other few, that BubzDaGawd has been putting in that work. Because at the end of the day, I've been working hard mentally and emotionally. Fuck all this outside shit, but working on what's in here and in here, because what's ever in here and here is going to manifest outside of me. And this whole live is going to be all those manifestations, girl. I'm about to go through, girl. I got a whole note, girl. Page, well, it's a little on the back, but you know. But let me go ahead and take a sip of water real quick. Y'all go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. Give me 1 second, girl, because I think I might have to go pee-pee, girl. Pinky got to go pee-pee, bitch. Pinky got to go pee-pee. Y'all go ahead and enjoy the sounds of the background music. Y'all give me 1 second, okay? I'm gonna give y'all time's worth, baby. Trust me, I'm BubzDaGawd, baby. You ain't gonna never walk away from this experience being like, damn, Bubs ain't giving enough, baby. I over prepare, so you gonna get more than what you bargained for. The question is you ready for it? I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Girl, I almost bust my ass coming back. Girl, I was running. Okay? Y'all already know I'm short. I'm 5'2", girl. I have to take 3 strides for one regular human 1 stride. Okay? So bear with me. Cut this music down some. Good. I almost busted my ass trying to get the fuck up here to y'all. And bitch, I ain't know I was gonna put my physical body in harm's way. Hold on, and because I am, girl, y'all see at the bottom of the screen, bitch. Okay? No shade. I do not like the fact that this shit got me looking lighter than I am, bitch. I look like I support Mac. Let me stop, girl. Let's go ahead and start off with this 90s lo-fi background music, girl. Because we're going to start with the youth, okay? Now, we going to get real in this bitch. And I'm hoping that a lot of y'all can also be real with a nigga, okay? This is some of the DL child experiences that I had. You know, because as much as y'all believe that children aren't innocent, they are innocent, but they also pay attention to what's going on as well. And to y'all point, when y'all say nature versus nurture, I believe it's an amalgamation of all that. But what I want y'all to further understand is that it just wasn't queer people or queer children that was doing this. It was your heterosexual children that was doing this. And if you really gonna be honest in this bitch, your ass did some shit too. So, there was one boy in particular during my childhood that I was able to somewhat explore a foundational understanding of a sexual experience between someone who is the same sex. Okay? This had to be around the time, again, like I said, when I was becoming aware, 8, 9, 10. What happened is that a new family had moved in behind where we live at. And, of course, my parents at the time, they're very neighborly. They want to know who their neighbors are, talk to their neighbors, no shade. They grew up in that time where they actually had community, no shade. So we got to know them, and that was the first time I saw W. And W was a very openly flamboyant ass type of boy. You could tell that he was I wish that T.S. Master clip. I wish I had that clip, girl. He's a faggot. Faggot. Girl. He was the epitome of that, especially in societal standards. But like I say, no shade. Even though my type of men has evolved, I'm gonna always be attracted to pretty niggas. And when I mean pretty niggas, I'm talking about androgynous ass niggas. That it don't matter where they go on the left or the right. If they in the middle, there is something about that is attractive to me. But at the same time, what I also am starting to understand is that I'm attracted to that confidence to be who they are in the midst of what society says they should be, because I spent a big part of my life trying to pretend to be somebody that I'm not. That when I see somebody who is walking in their truth, there is something that inspires me. But because we are hypersexualized, especially in America, when it comes down to men, I'm attracted to that, but then I also have to fuck you too, bitch, and try to conquer you, and fail at that. Okay? But anyway, this boy named W, he lived behind me. We low-key was flirting with each other. And for the people who fuck around with DL niggas to this day, y'all know what it is. And for the DL niggas that happen to be watching it or listening, girl, because it's a whole bunch of them, y'all know what the fuck y'all talking about, or we talking about too. We started to play house like everybody else did, girl. Everybody in my neighborhood played house. It was some kids that was freakier than me, girl, because they was exposed to sexual shit more than me. I was pretty sheltered as a child. Like, my parents still let me live life, but had me on a leash in a sense. Not to go too far, but not to hold me in to where it's like, damn, when I'm finally free, I'm just gonna do anything and everything and fuck my shit up, because I've never had it before. So we started doing things, and again, they were playful things. And when I mean playful, I mean innocent in a way, especially when it's consensual. Kissing, touching, groping, all that type of stuff. But there was one story in particular that kind of, I guess, in a sense, awakened the sexual aspect of it at an early age. I remember we were staying the night over at their house, and we was all sleeping in one room, all of us. Hold on. It was me, my sister, W, and his 3 other brothers and sisters. So a total of 4. So there's 6 people in the room. The room is a pretty nice sized room because the house behind us had a big ass house, big ass basement. It was just dope or whatever. So everybody we're not asleep for real. Like, some people are sleeping, but a lot of people sitting there laughing or whatever. It's dark. Lights are off. Can't nobody see nothing. Me and W think that that's the perfect time to go ahead and, do what we do. So, girl, and it's going to be a little explicit. No shade. No shade. I'm just being honest. Not all the way explicit because this is a childhood experience, but the the way I'm about to narrate this, you might be like, Buzz, what's going on? I'm telling a story. Okay? We both somewhat pulled our pants down, right? And we were frauding, if you will. For those of you who know what frauding is, basically it's just y'all grinding on each other. And we was doing that for a while. I don't know if it was the adrenaline that everybody else was in the room and oh my God, we getting caught. I don't know. But we was just doing that. Then something happened to me. I felt my body like lock up, bitch, and I was kind of shaking and I was froze, and I never felt that before. I was gagging. What the fuck done happened to me? That's when I had my first orgasm, and I didn't even know that. But what I did understand, and if you are a individual with a dick, regardless of whatever your experience of life is, if you have a dick, bitch, and you bust your first nut, you gonna chase after that motherfucker, bitch. Hold on. Let Bernie Mac tell y'all, because maybe you need to hear from a heterosexual nigga girl to help you to become a little bit more calm in reference to me explaining this experience I had as a child that was sexual that y'all motherfuckers had at a younger age than me, bitch. Let's go ahead and get into it. What did he say?
We serving one purpose. That's a nut. That bastard ain't number 3.5, 4 motherfucking seconds. A nut ain't shit. Think about it. You bust your ass off for a 4.5 second nut. You gotta be a sick motherfucker. Motherfucker bust your hard wide open. It couldn't be no 15-second nut. It'd be some drop dead motherfuckers around here, man. Can you imagine a 20-second nut? You be a falling out motherfucker. Oh, adolobo kosha. The kosha ta. To be atuda da basika to ho. Hey, atu uba itelebekiska to ho. Atidi.
Okay, whatever he said. Cause y'all know, once y'all bust your nut, you're gonna find a way to bust nuts, girl. Let's not act like we haven't heard heterosexual men, especially in some of these red pill spaces, verbatim, literally say verbatim, men will stick their dick in anything that offer itself up as a whole. After that experience, and yes, I see your comment, Deshaun, I'm getting better at this shit, okay? I'm getting better at this, and I'm even though I ain't put it up, I do be looking at the comments. I may not say nothing, but I'ma definitely pull yours out. Cause girl, no shade. Girl, I was about to say something really crazy. Little girl, excuse me. I was about to say something real crazy. So, pause real quick and let's go back to what I brought up in part 1, or chapter 1, shall I say, of Wonderfully Made. After I had my first orgasm, again, that stuck with me. Months later, girl, here we are in church, and I hear AIDS for the first time. Y'all already know the story about how the pastor at that time, the minister at the guest speaker at the time, girl, what his perspective was on it that the church agreed with. So when my father told me what that was, the reality hit me, and I said, oh my God, I have AIDS, because I had something happen to me that I did not know what it was, but I still wanted to do more of that, because with W, I in fact and indeed did more of that. But instead of doing it in the front this time, because I thought, girl, I felt like motherfucking Monique girl in Precious Girl when she was talking about we don't get AIDS because, you know, we ain't fucking the butt. Girl, because of the fact that we fried it in the front and I had my orgasm, I told that motherfucker girl, okay, well, I'm gonna have to hit you from the back. And that's probably why I am a top now girl. One of the reasons why I'm a top girl and why I love ass so much, girl. Because in my mind at the time, I'm like, girl, you ain't finna give me AIDS, bitch. Do you see how dumb that shit is? But see, I had nobody to talk to about this. I had nobody to have conversations with about this. No one. No one at all. At all. So when you don't have any sort of healthy outlet or a safe space to get this information out or to talk to someone about it to see what's going on, and you only have the negative narratives about it, and you see how my ass still justified a way to still busting that girl? Not realizing that, girl, the way that you can contract HIV and AIDS, one of the ways is through unprotected sex in that realm. And again, heterosexual people don't act like y'all exempt because unfortunately black women are number one at the HIV rates. So when y'all sit up here and talk about gay people come on out and just be your damn selves and then y'all bash them to put them back in the closet, this is why queerphobia is going to affect you. And keep your eyes tuned on BubzDaGawd, because that's my next project. I'm not about to keep showing just our stories. I'm going to show how your ignorance for our stories is going to affect your bitch ass. Okay? Okay, what else I got here? So after I had that, oh, wait a minute. I got some more down here. So that was just one of the sexual experiences that was more prominent, which was with W. Okay? We got Kimari in the building. What's going on, Queen? What's going on? Y'all gotta forgive me. I'm trying to multitask here. Let's go to the bullies real quick, girl. And before we do that, let me get to y'all comments, because I don't want y'all to feel neglected. You know, I'll be trying my best. I be trying my best, y'all. But when I be in it, girl, I be in it. I just be flowing. I'ma close my eyes and hide under the table. Girl, what the hell finna go on? A hurricane finna come through? Earthquake, bitch, you okay? Let me see. He'll probably skip over the comments so he won't see you. See how the universe work? A flamboyant type of boy, and I knew you was attracted to him. Was like, oh, I got to have him. Not really much, oh, I got to have him, but just like, oh my God, he's cute. Like, oh wow, just the attention there. Just like how there are little boys and little girls that have little boyfriends and girlfriends and shit. Let's not act like, again in my story, I had a 40-year-old woman that was playing as my fucking girlfriend, church girlfriend. Now, what if she really was trying to put that cougar pussy on me at a young age? Then what? But see, I feel like y'all would be okay with that. Even though my experiences of any sort of sexual exploration as a child was with other children that was consensual. There was no sort of motherfucking, oh, I'm doing shit to you, better not tell nobody ass type of shit. I'll beat your ass type of shit. You know, DL trade shit. I'm not doing that. It's like, and I know there's going to be some people that's going to watch, that's going to try to decipher this video and find little things to say, well, this is why niggas gay. See, he just told on himself. And for you niggas that do that, I welcome you to do that. But just know that when my response come through, you're going to have to actually prove some shit. And we see that y'all failed. Look at who you voted for. Anyway, let's go back to the bullies. I shared a story about how there was one bully in particular that, oh girl, I'm supposed to be going through the comments. See? Girl, I'm BubzDaGawd. I'm me, bitch. Let me see. And yes, and no shade, even to this day, I enjoy frauding. And to be perfectly honest, I prefer frauding over penetrative sex, to be honest. You still want to eat and shit. You want that crave case from Taco Bell, bitch. You want that motherfucking crave case from Taco Bell? That's from White Castle, bitch. You see, girl, the fat bitch spirit trying to fall on me and we rebuke it, girl. You can have all that, girl. You want the coney dog? You want the chili cheese fries and shit? Go ahead, girl. You want to operate like BMI and them, girl? Go ahead. Do it. Girl, let me get them cheeks. Let me see. Again, we glad to have Miss Kimari in the building. Shout out to you. This light got me looking like, girl, I am a vampire, bitch. Your heart would instantly give out if that's the case. And a lot of us would prefer to go out that way. No shade. No shade. Let me see. What did it say? I am so proud of you, King. Keep spreading this kind of content because your work is incredible. Thank you so much, Queen. And again, I can't wait till you bring your ass back to YouTube. This is one of the OG other YouTubers that I used to, I still connect with, but back then when she had her channel, connect with a lot. So we looking for your comeback as well, okay? Whenever you ready, but we looking forward to it. Let me see. Okay, let's go ahead and get to the story. So again, now at this time, I'm dealing with one of my bullies. This bully in particular is the one that bullied me the most, girl. He was the most malicious, girl. That story when I told you that I was leaving school and waiting to go, you know, get picked up by my mom and stuff, and how my bully fell in step with me to match my pace, nigga socked the fuck out of me, bitch. Just, boom, I dropped. I was disoriented and shit. I'm dazed and shit. I don't know what the hell going on, bitch. I'm just fucked up. Bad. Okay? As hell. As fuck. Okay, shit. But he also did some weird shit that made me feel uncomfortable, and bitch, I'm the gay one. And at this time, I never really affirmed that I was gay until I made that slip up. And that's all they needed. There was one point in time where when I was hanging out with the girls a lot, because again, I hung out with the girls because I was protected over there. You not gonna really be able to do no rough house and shit with me or to me because it's around the girls and you can get fucked up doing that. So that was my safe space. But one of my bullies started hanging out over there with them as well, and he was kind of flirting with me. And then on top of that, let me pause the music for this part, bitch, because I really gotta say this, girl, because I want these niggas to understand this. I don't even like using the term ugly. I use the word unattractive and no shade. We are all unattractive to somebody. There is going to be people in the world that's going to look at us and be like, ew. They're going to be like that. And that's cool. But it always be the most unattractive, slew-footed, knock-kneed, pigeon-toed, gout athlete's foot, crotch rot, double fupas in the front and the side and the back, looking like a melted snow cone, girl. Looking like a busted can of biscuits. Claim to be a man and they're alpha male, but yet they have triple H titties, bitch. Don't even have a neck, just have a jowl, bitch. It's just lips, teeth, and all this is disregarded, girl. Your body has fucking morphed, bitch, to a point, girl, to where your motherfucking ass, girl, just you can inhale the food like Jigglypuff. Not Jigglypuff, girl, Kirby. Excuse me, they both look alike. Peasy skin, peasy headed. Earring back behind the back of the ears. Crusty necked ass motherfuckers, girl, that always want to hate your ass, but then have the nerve to try to holler at you in private. There was one time where he and I, girl, put the music back on, bitch. Thank you. Where we were sitting at this playscape where the girls were always at. The girls were gone. This nigga singing motherfucking love songs to me, bitch. See, first of all, relationship. Say what's on my heart, girl. And in that key. And in that way. He was the first person to show me what a jockstrap was because he pulled his pants down to show me his ass. And I was like, what type of underwear do you have on? There was one time that I was in the bathroom trying to pee because they had like these bathrooms where it was just one toilet. It was just for one person. He came in behind me and then locked the door and was just looking at me. Then he walked over to the toilet, and then he took a piss, girl. And his piss was bubbly as hell. I'm like, bitch, are you drinking alcohol at a young age, bitch? Let's talk about another motherfucking bully, bitch. His name was C, and I shared this story before. This was like the first time I stood up for myself and whooped another motherfucker ass, girl. C at the time used to fuck with me a lot, and I didn't know why, but I'm gonna tell you why, because I found out later on, bitch. But fucked with me all the time, girl. He was competing with R's ass, girl. They was just competing with each other. I didn't know there was motherfuckers competing for me, girl, by whooping my ass, girl. Ain't that the most toxic masculine shit, girl? I do this because I love you, bitch. What? Anyway, years of him making fun of me, bullying me, girl. When we playing dodgeball, I'm his prime target, bitch. Girl, these motherfuckers be playing football and shit and will throw the football in my area so they can tackle me, girl. Just all type of stupid shit. And then every time I would walk again to the parking lot to wait for my mom to pick me up from school, he will always follow me. Yeah, you faggot ass niggas, digging the booty ass nigga. Can't stand your bitch ass nigga. Just going in. And here I am, my parents telling me, just ignore it, Bubs. Just ignore it. Just, we can talk to the principal, because they've been talking to the principals. They've been trying to do the right thing that society says do. And every time they did that, I had more bullies on my ass. I was coming home more and more depressed. 2 of my grades was suffering, and I was afraid, girl, because if you got anything lower than a C in this house, that was ass whooping time, girl, and I didn't want that. So my shit was C and above, girl. But there was one time in particular, girl, where we were following the same routine. And I got to a point to where I just got tired, bitch. And I didn't cuss, especially a lot at that time. But that's why I said, oh, well, that's why your mama a bitch. Now, y'all know, especially if you black, once you start talking about a motherfucking mama, bitch, girl. Once you start talking about a motherfucking mama, girl, it's on and popping, no Chris Brown. At all. He said, what you say? I said, your mama's a bitch. Whoever threw that paper, your mama's a hoe. He put his hand all the way back, bitch. Went around in a circle, girl. Around in a circle. And slapped the fuck out of me like he was Rick James, bitch. At that point, I just remember seeing red. And you know that when your ass see red, you fucking a nigga up. Y'all remember one of my favorite holiday films, girl, is A Christmas Story. Bitch, I would watch that shit 24 hours on TBS, girl. Put on the loop, bitch. I love it. Excuse me. Y'all remember that scene, girl? When Ralphie's bully was fucking with him and Ralphie had enough, girl, and hopped on his ass and started whooping his ass, girl. Shut. Oh, my shit done dropped. Hold on. Man down. Paper distress. Let me smoke it like a nigga, girl. I'm over here trying to be all sophisticated with my motherfucking Temu ass goddamn ring shit holder, girl. Let me smoke it like a nigga, girl. Let me give y'all Detroit trade, girl. Not dirty dick trade, but Detroit trade. Conscious trade. Amen. Did I fix that shit? Did I put that shit out? Okay, I did. After he slapped me, girl, I started to beat his motherfucking ass. I don't know what I was doing, but if it was causing him harm and pain and to not get up, I let it out. Because I'm gonna be all the way honest with you, girl. No shade. No shade, girl. No shade. At all. Hold on. Put it behind the mic, girl. No shade. During my childhood years, and motherfuckers fucking with me and not leaving me alone, girl, I ain't gonna hold you, girl. I did have some motherfucking Columbine High School thoughts, bitch. Sure did. And at that time, we ain't had no guns in the house. And no shade. If we would have had a gun, I ain't gonna hold you. I probably would have thought about it and contemplated it, girl. It'll be the first one in the hood, bitch. Black people talking about, oh my God, they're shooting. Y'all gonna shoot up the black school, girl. Y'all ain't got no problem when they shooting motherfuckers up in the neighborhood that could also be your damn child. So you might as well do it at school, bitch. Y'all ain't doing nothing about it. But whatever rage that I had on the inside that I reserved and did not let out, girl, came bubbling out at once. And at least I'm glad that I used that rage with my hands and my knees and my fists, my elbows and shit. I remember my mom driving up. And I have never ever seen my mom move this motherfucking fast in my life, bitch. It's like she did some Fast and the Furious shit. How you whip the car and float out the seat? And I just remember her yelling, Bubs! That my real name, but you know I'm on the internet. Bubs! Bubs! And she went and was trying to grab me off of him. When I came to, girl, I just started crying, girl. Remember when Ralph started crying? I started crying too, girl. I just started crying. That's how I'm an emotional person, bitch. I'm a Cancer, girl. I'm a Cancerian person, girl. I'm emotional. And then my other spiritual aspects that I'm learning about myself are also influenced by the moon as well, girl. I'm an emotional ass motherfucker, girl. So when I'm holding all that emotion in, I can't let that shit out. I respond in a very destructive way, just like how a lot of you heterosexual niggas operate. Y'all don't know how to regulate your emotions or let that shit out, to where now the only way you gonna ever do some shit to feel like a man is to be in the lowest vibratory state, which is aggression and anger, which is why that energy is taking over the black community, to where there are black people who don't even want to come back and help motherfuckers who are stuck in that vibratory energy, girl. Keyword stuck. My mom was like, go pick your sister up. And I'm walking to get my sister and I'm crying shit. Angry crying. People looking at me and shit. But niggas who ain't never talked to me, who was bullying me, Bubs, you okay? You see, when you operate in that energy, girl, you don't play no more, girl, and you start fucking with their mortality and you start fucking with their way of thinking about things, girl, and busting their bubble, girl, and breaking their chains, bitch, then hoes kind of want to be all quiet and shit. No shade, just like how Boss Man went on a particular motherfucking platform, girl, that had a whole bunch of alpha ass, wolf ass niggas with their tail between their legs. But no shade. No shade. Anyway, just want to say that. After he got suspended for a week, because now y'all want to do y'all job, girl. But this time, when C came back, C was different. He wasn't bullying me anymore. He wasn't trying to tackle me in the realm of football, that is. Publicly. He didn't want to do any of that. He wanted to be my friend. Yeah. Wanted to be my friend. The friend that would eventually ask, do you want to spend a night at my house? We sit in his room watching Jurassic Park. He loved that movie. After we watch the movie, girl, we chilling or whatever. We lay it down. He lay in the bed. I'm laying on the floor, girl. All of a sudden, I start to feel this hand on my ass. But just because I'm gay does not mean that every fucking sexual experience that a same person of the same gender gives me, I'm going to take it. So I told his ass no, and he told me don't tell nobody. And I ain't gonna tell nobody until now, nigga. No shade. Let's go back to the whole AIDS scare thing. So again, had my first orgasm. Didn't know what to think about it. Church told me about it. You faggot. So therefore, girl, your ass is going to hell by way of AIDS. So I remember one time in particular, my family, along with my mother's family, her mother, her father, and her brother. We all went to, I think it's either North or South Carolina. I can't remember which one it is, but it's called Hilton Head. It was a resort, and you can buy timeshares down there. They had a timeshare. So we went down there, girl. That whole AIDS thing, girl, when I went down there, girl, fucked me up so bad, bitch, that my ass really could not even fucking eat food, girl. I felt like I didn't even know how to chew and swallow, bitch. There was one song in particular that every time I heard it, girl, I thought the song was about me. There is a song called Lean on Me by Kurt Franklin and all of the other, singers that he has or artists that he has on that song. And there's the point where Mary J. Blige starts singing or talking about that there's a child who is sick and begging to be free. But there is no cure for his disease. He looks up to his mother as she holds his hand, praying. Girl, every time I heard that song, bitch, it was just like Thriller, girl. I can't listen to this shit. Cut this shit off. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it's done. Nope, can't do it. Nope, can't do it. And that was anywhere. We went to the, what was this called? The Universe Soul Circus, girl, one time. And at the end, girl, they started playing that song. I said, we gotta go. Why you trying to go? What's going? I gotta go. So anyway, we're in Hilton Head. And thank you, Queen. You said Hilton Head is in South Carolina. Thank you. I love Spicy. She always be checking me. I appreciate it because sometimes you need to be checked. I remember in particular that whenever we would go out to eat, I was so fucked up about this shit, girl, that I felt like I was on some bulimic, anorexic shit. I don't know, girl. I would literally just motherfucking eat the food, chew it up, get the season out of it, and then spit it into napkins and put it under my plate. I'm like, girl, do you see what happens when you ain't got no help? How your imagination and your fears and shit being steered by other ignorant ass motherfuckers can create all type of shit, bitch. Fuck me up, girl. And my sister still make fun of me to this day. You remember that time when your ass did? Like, girl. But, do I want to talk more about the youth aspect? Because I do have a lot of stories, girl. But I kind of want to make sure I give all of them time. So we'll come back to youth and we'll just go through it. If anything else you guys have questions or whatever that might inspire me to remember some shit, then we'll get into that. But now we're going to get into the whole teen aspect of it, girl. Let me find an instrumental for the teenage years, girl. Do I have anything? What I got? He was in Bill's arms, breathing hard and French kissing. What about this one? Yeah, this sounds like some teen shit, girl, because I was playing the Sims during this time, girl. This is Sims. So now we dealing with the high school days, girl, okay? Let me cut this back, because whoever whistling is kind of whistling a little too loud, bitch. And, girl, what did what's name say, girl? If you singing behind me, you back up. If you sitting in front of me, you shut up. Okay? Treat me bad. Break my heart and leave me sad. Girl, shut up. Anyway, high school days, okay? Matter of fact, let me look at y'all comments, girl. I'm all over the place, girl. But y'all know who the fuck I am, girl. I told y'all I'm Jack. Y'all thought I was playing, bitch. Y'all thought I was playing about... I can go on all these different ways, bitch. Leave me alone, girl. Leave me alone. Let's see. Deshaun says... Unfortunately, yes, black women are number one at the HIV rates because they're naive. They don't know what these dudes be doing, and they think just because they're straight, they won't get it. Which is why education is elevation. Shout out to Consciously for that. Let me see, because I know Queen Spicy was in here commenting. Let's see. Deshaun says, that's what I don't get about bullies. They bully you because deep down behind their mind or in their mind, they're just like you, which has a weirdness to it. Because girl, which is a weirdness. It's about control, and I got you and I got where you were gonna go. Okay. And I'm starting to realize that too, because again, I don't fuck around with Trey. That's probably a reason why I'm not attracted, at least at this time, to masculine energy. Like I'm not attracted to bro. I'm not max for mass. I'm not like bro for bro. I appreciate more of the feminine energy. Not saying that I'm not open to it now that I'm older, but it's gonna have to be a higher, aware version of it, not this down low ass playground version of it. It's just you grown ass kids doing this shit. Like, no, it's gonna have to be something completely different. But yes, it's very interesting that is the case. Girl, I tell you, my brain be working so fast, girl. My tongue be trying to keep up, girl. If I was straight, girl, and I was eating some kuda, girl, they would love me, girl. BubzDaGawd, can you speak French? No, bitch, I'm about to have you speaking French. Okay? What's the name say? English, Spanish, and French. Boy, this pussy talk. Okay? Japanese? Let me see. Yeah, they hate you, but then they holler at you in private. Yes, they do. They do that because they don't want their image to be tarnished. They don't want no one to know. But yet, they put themselves out there to have their shit put on blast. B, not your bully wanted to taste your Lucky Charms, girl. I protected my Lucky Charms, girl. They're magically delicious. You saw what the fuck happened to Money Mike ass. I am a boy, Damon. Gotta remind you that I'm a boy. Shit. Let me see. That is a sad ass song and so true. The pain can manifest itself in many different ways. Let's see. Okay. Now let's get to high school days. Okay. Me being a black person in a predominantly white school, and to be even more honest, more of a predominantly white at the time drama club, I've never heard nobody call me the N-word. I've never heard anybody say, oh, you black motherfucker. I've never heard anything racist. The only racist thing I ever heard didn't even come from somebody in drama club. It was these dumb ass jocks, girl. You on the football team, girl, but you about to be 18 years old and you're a freshman, bitch. But yet this motherfucker walking behind me, because at that time I had this big ass afro, and he'd be walking around talking about, what you talking about, Willis? With his friend. I know one thing that Willis will be talking about that your bitch ass won't be. A high school diploma, motherfucker. Anyway, I started earning respect in drama club, probably because I was a black person that I guess they felt safe with. Now, one thing that they did do that was kind of like, okay, y'all, I am not a fucking pet. It's not a petting zoo. They loved my hair and was fascinated with my hair, touching it. And then sometimes when I would pick my hair, when you know when you black, you get to the back, that's where them beady beads and nappy naps be at that fuck you up. That when you pick that shit out, it sounds like somebody's biting into an apple. It's very loud, very destructive, hurts like hell. You do that. Sometimes they were like, can we try it? And my ass at the time, yeah, y'all can go ahead and try. And they would be picking the fuck out my hair. I wanted to slap some of these motherfuckers. Girl, you kidding me? Damn. But girl, they enjoyed me. Like I said, we would be at lunch, girl, because I would try to, usually my lunches were always scheduled with people from drama club, so I'm always with them at lunch. But they were servicing me, girl. I had people giving me back massages and shit, massaging the fuck out my damn shoulders and neck and back. And girl, had this one white girl, I love her to this day, girl, was feeding me grapes and shit like that. And the other niggas was over there sitting like, look at this motherfucker, girl. See, it's that gay agenda shit. You see, when you talk about you gay and shit, even though I didn't come out till I was 18, but you know, it be that gay shit, man. Cause see this is what you get, man. You see how they be, the black man just got it hard. And no shade. Because of the experience that I dealt with other niggas, girl, my own people, I did have a moment, girl, I'm gonna be honest, where I kind of felt like an elitist. I sure did. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of those blacks. Even though at the drama club was like, those black people are really cool though. Because then it'd be funny, girl, after my inception into this drama club, years later, girl, in the plays that I was not in, girl, other black people wanted to be in the play, girl. I opened up the door for that shit, bitch. I did. Because, baby, your boy over here was landing lead roles and shit. Lead male roles, that is. Again, a very diverse, inclusive-ass drama club. again, I was respected in that bitch. To where every time I hit the stage and I act a girl, especially under the tutelage of my drama club teacher at the time, Miss S. I love that white woman. She believed in a nigga, girl. To where whenever I got on stage, girl, a lot of the men were like, a lot of the boys that were like, girl, well, I guess I'm not getting that part. No shade. No shade. But there were also some white girls who liked me, girl, and I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of tea on that. First, there was only one white girl that I felt like I did have a crush on. Her name was Jay, and she was this white girl, and she had some big old yitties, girl. Girl, see, I got man, you know, chesticles, girl. I can move them and shit. They ain't fat, girl. It's muscle here too, girl. See how I'm holding this shit and I can feel the weight of it, girl. Niggas that like muscle worship, girl, will be getting their motherfucking life, bitch. Just hold them in a motherfucking thing and just be like, suck on the nipple, nigga. Yeah. Anyway, I had a crush on her and I was trying to impress her so bad. And at this particular time, my dad was also, as a side job, was driving for limos. He would drive limos, work for a limo service for Detroit. And I remember one time for Valentine's Day, I told my dad, I was like, Dad, this is probably why he did this shit, because he was like, this is time for my son not to be gay. Bitch, let me go ahead and do this shit, girl. Hold on. God answer my prayers. I told him, I said, for Valentine's Day, if you could, Dad, could you please bring your limo up to school? And I would love to be able to take Jay home in a limo. Bitch, I walk outside. Why the fuck my father out there with this sharp-ass motherfucking limousine, bitch? Everybody looking at shit. Is there a celebrity in there or whatever? Then my dad opened up the door for me. Come on. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay. Bitch. Cool. And I was like, hold on. Let me go get Jay. I went to go find Jay and told her about that shit. And she told me, it's okay. I'll walk home. Girl, there was a part of me, girl, that had that little bit of red pill toxic shit in your shooter. Fuck you then, bitch. They'll run her ass over, bitch, while you driving home. But there was this one girl, particular girl. Her name was, I'm gonna just say her name, girl, because this is a typical name, girl. You ain't gonna find out who she is, girl. But her name is Becky. It's always Becky with the good hair, girl, somewhere trying to get a nigga, bitch. Okay? And thank you for that comment, Harold, because I'm gonna talk about that. This girl Becky had a big ass crush on me, girl. But you also know there, and girl, I hate since we gonna talk about stereotypes and shit and put it out there. There's a stereotype about a particular type of white girls that like black men, girl. And she was like on some Amber Lynn, Chantel shit. She was a heavy-set woman. She was a very beautiful big girl, though. She was. She kept herself up, but she loved me, girl. She loved me. I remember one time, girl, I'm sitting outside the drama club because at that time they would have rehearsals. And we had days that we were scheduled to be there, but because I love drama club so much, bitch, I was there every motherfucking day, bitch. So if you need to sing with me in it, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I was just that dedicated. And I was sitting outside and we were just talking or whatever until it was time for either to call me for a scene or I'm just gonna chill until it's done and then go home. She was like, babe, can I sit on your lap? I'm gonna finish this pre-roll. So with me being all nice and shit, I said, you know what? Go ahead. You can come on. You can sit on my leg. Girl, why I do that? My leg getting numb right now, bitch. Just me thinking about this shit, girl. Dumb as fuck. Girl, I feel like I'm having a diabetic episode, girl, on my leg, bitch. Feel like the shit that took it out big mama, girl. It's just... She sat on my leg, bitch. And I was trying to hold out. But after about a minute or so, I just said, like, babe, you gotta get up, babe. Oh, y'all going on the other one? No. And the reason why she called me bae is because there was a point in time where I dated her ass too, because my father would start asking these type of questions, like where the girls at, or how like these niggas be, man, Buzz, where the hoes at, bro? Where the hoes at? And I'm realizing that when niggas ask you where the hoes at, that's some DL shit, bro. Where the hoes at? You trying to get some tea, bitch? And the answer's no. Because a lot of you niggas are nasty as fuck and y'all don't even clean out. No thank you. Okay? But she was my girlfriend for like 2 days. And when we were together, she was so happy. She was on the phone calling me. How you doing, babe? Trying to have phone sex and shit, girl. Trying to touch me inappropriately, girl. It's like, girl, stop. Then, after the 2 days, I had to let her ass know. I said, look, girl, I can't do this. I can't do this, boo. I can't do this. And she was mad at me for at least a month. Upset. Girl, my fucking mustache, girl. I ain't shaved or clean my shit up. That shit, girl, I just felt so bad because, again, I had to pretend. And to Deshaun's point, there are people who are pretending to love people, and these other people really want to be with them, but now it ain't working out because there's some deceit going on. So I had to let her ass know. There was another girl that I dated. She was Hispanic, and her name was A. No shade, girl. I don't want to say this. But don't you know how they say, like, they can tell when a nigga gay girl by his girlfriends, because they be like, girl, you don't even put in no effort, bitch, to hide the shit, girl. You just got whatever was willing to say yes, because they was expendable to your ass. No shade, she was one of them. One of the songs that I dedicated to her, I forgot the name of the song, but it was a song at that time. And it goes like, take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. Da 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 da. Not much of a girlfriend. It's kind of like a backhanded song. And I dedicated it to her ass without even really knowing it. I also dated somebody at my church. Her name was D. Again, I felt bad lying to her because I'm trying to get people off my damn back. But I dated her for a few months, and it was like I couldn't even give her what she was looking for. I remember one time that we went out on a date or whatever. We was kind of walking around and talking, just kind of get to know her and shit like that. And then there was one time where we were sitting in the back while her father and mother picked us up and was driving. And he kept looking back in the back. I mean, at the rearview mirror at the back of me or whatever. And he kept asking her, being like, are they doing anything back there? Her sister was like, they ain't doing nothing. She was trying to do something, but I was just so uncomfortable. It's like, I don't want to do this, girl. So I put myself through all that, girl. What else I got down here? Okay, I already mentioned those individuals, okay. But then, I ended up meeting my first ever white friend by the name of B. Or who I'm going to call as Bryn. Okay? The first time I met Bryn, again, was in drama club, and we were auditioning for this play called what's it called? Damn Yankees. I was auditioning for the role of Mr. Applegate, which was the devil. Girl. He was auditioning for the lead male role for the lead character, girl. But no shade, whenever I got on stage, girl, I was a memorable character, bitch. I put my, you gonna know who BubzDaGawd is, girl. Once I come out on stage, bitch, it's gonna be hoes giving standing ovations. No shade. And that was the truth. I'm not lying to my own horn. That's just the truth. So after like a few days of auditions, we sitting there, whatever, and he's sitting next to me. He, striking up conversation and stuff. And then he was like, do you like want to like hang out sometime? Maybe spend a night at my house? Don't tell me you gonna be a bully. You a bully too, bitch? Damn, I thought I escaped this shit. But no, it was on some like friendly type of shit or whatever. But I ain't gonna hold you. At the time, I was attracted to Bryn, okay? Because Bryn looked like a Temu Wish version of Zac Efron from High School Musical. Even though I hate High School Musical, I do not like High School Musical, girl. Don't invite me to no High School Musical shit. Don't sit up here and call me. I'm not the first person you call if there's somebody holding a gun to your head talking about call someone right now and have them sing a High School Musical song, girl, because you might as well just go ahead and kiss your shit goodbye, bitch. You might as well just tell the motherfucker, come on. Don't ask me. But it didn't mean I didn't think them niggas was attractive. Because even though Zac Efron was attractive, bitch, the motherfucker I really wanted was Corbin Blue's ass, bitch. With that motherfucking wild ass hair, bitch. You know how many motherfucking dreams and fucking nuts I done busted, girl, and visions of me grabbing this motherfucking hair, bitch. Anyway. After that, I went to Brand's house for the first time. He had a dope ass house. House was dope, bitch. Had this big ass basement with this big ass screen TV. They had a bar and shit. Bitch, they had a bedroom downstairs and a shower and shit, girl. And we just became really cool. We was hanging out all the time. Like, we was hanging out at school. I would go to his house. He would come to my house, but I would usually go to his house all the time. It was to where, like, low-key, his mom was calling me like his brother. I was there all the time, to where they gave me a key and everything. There would be times where, like, in the summer, I would stay over his house, and every fucking night, we would walk to 7-Eleven, because he had a 7-Eleven, like, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 blocks away from his house. We would go there every night, like after midnight, and we would get a big ass bag of hot Cheetos, a big ass bag of like bold Chex Mix or whatever, and big ass Slurpees, and we would go back home and we would watch Ninja Warrior on G4 TV until we fell asleep. Because they, you know, back at that time, G4 Gamers Game for TV or Gamers TV or some shit, girl, they played all type of shit, but Ninja Warrior was like they bread and butter, and we love that shit. So here it is, I'm hanging out with him and stuff, and in my head, like, I feel like I really like this dude. We hanging out, chilling and shit, and with me being like a romantic ass nigga or whatever, I like romantic shit to happen or whatever. So there were some times where I kind of tested the waters. No shit, I never touched anybody, never did that, girl, because I was afraid of getting punched in the face. But things that I would say, and there were things that he would do as well that kind of seemed very like homoerotic and shit. Like, I've seen his asshole plenty of times, but the first time I saw it, it kind of made me turned off to him, because it was like, girl, you white, but your booty hole is like brown and orange. What? I can't stand a nigga that don't know how to white. Oh, shit. Damn. And I ain't talking about damn because of this joint, girl, but damn because I'm thinking about it and I almost went down the wrong fucking pipe. That's horrible. Girl, that was so damn nasty. I just gotta pause for a minute to try to get this shit out of my mind before I go forward. Girl. But before he showed me all that, girl, of course there were times like we slept in the same bed. There was a few times where I woke up and he was cuddling me and shit. I ain't moved. Even though I would prefer to cuddle him, girl, because I'm the one doing the bending. I'm not getting bent, I'm doing the bending. But anyway, we was chilling and everything. It was like really, really cool. But my father started to feel some type of way about it because I was spending more time at Brendan's house than at home. There were a few times where I guess he walked upstairs into my room, and I guess there was a moment where it seemed like we was a little too close. I don't know if my dad felt some type of way. I don't know. But he was like, you need to go ahead and we gotta do something. I remember one time I was over Brand's house and my dad called me, and again, it was Men's Day. My dad calling me, get up right now. I need you to get up right now. I'm about to come pick you up and we gonna take you to church. But Dad, I don't have no clothes for church. I have my afro all fucked up in the side. I got on clothes and shit because I've been over there for a few days, girl. All that type of shit, girl. I'm just messed up in the game, but my dad didn't give a fuck. Come on now, bring your ass. Let's go. And I remember we ended up going to a neighbor's church that day. It's a small, like, storefront church, no shade. Here I am, looking bummy as fuck, girl. The pastor's already looking at me, girl. Like, there go one I can save. Not gay. He probably thought I was some trap dick ass nigga girl from Detroit. Bitch, I don't know if that was, he thought I was some gang banging ass nigga girl that he can reconcile his sins with by trying to save my ass so that God can overlook his shit. But anyway, I'm sitting in the service, girl, and the pastor preaching. And then he gets to the part at the end where they open up the doors of the church for people to give their life to Christ, but to generally, excuse me, girl, I'm talking fast as hell, generally become initiated into the faith. So he just sitting there, he looking at me. You know, we ain't got much time. We don't know, just all the guilt tripping shit that they try to throw on your ass, girl, to try to make your ass come on up, bitch. And I realized that this man was not going to go any further if I didn't get my ass up there and go. So I just got the fuck up, girl. Not because I knew you had power, girl, because you didn't. But the fact of, girl, I'm ready to go home. You know how black churches can be. But I still went back over to Brenda's house. Now, there was one time in particular where I had said something to Brenda. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I remember his response. He was like, bro, tell me you like girls, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, please tell me you like girls, bro. And I'm sitting there like, I'm quiet. But then somehow he was able to get over it. And I think his mom was picking up on shit as well, because there was one time where he was trying to spend Thanksgiving with me, and she was like, no, you're not going anywhere. You're spending time with the family. He didn't really fuck with the family like that, no shade. He was like, my family and me, girl. I don't know if he was trying to be adopted, bitch, or be married in. I didn't know at the time, girl. But she was like, no, you're not going over there. He started breaking down, crying and getting mad. And you know, sometimes white people, when they talk to their mama, I be sitting here like, you ain't dead yet? Because if I ever would have said this shit to my mom or my dad, girl, I would die. I still have respect for my parents. Okay? I still understand awareness and accountability, bitch. No shade. There was one time in particular where it was me, him, and his brother, but then it was also some neighbors next door that his younger brother were affiliated with. Like, they were cool. And I remember one time we went and all spent the night at his brother's friend's house. And we all sleeping in the basement or whatever. And this was the time where I told y'all, my damn mustache is like it's getting in my mouth. I don't like that. I should have cleaned myself up before I did this, but I had to hurry up and get this shit to y'all. So y'all getting natural bubs in this bitch, okay? About to say, we were over at the house and spending the night, and that was the time where I was afraid to go pee, girl, because this was the first time spending the night at these white people's house. And if I had to pee, girl, I'm not about to die trying to go upstairs at night, girl, or when it's 4, 5, 6 in the morning when the sun hasn't even rose yet, girl, and it's kind of dark in the house, and I gotta go pee, and you see this strange black kid in your house. I didn't want to do that shit. So there was a time where, girl, I had to pee so bad, I said, bitch, I'm just gonna go back over to B's house, girl, and just stay over there, girl. What happened to B? I didn't want to die because I had to go take a piss. So I went over there. But I remember, and it was weird, while everybody was asleep, B and his brother's younger best friend, girl, were kind of a little close. And I can hear some and I'm sitting there like, nah, bitch, if you doing some shit with this motherfucker, but you don't want to do shit with my black ass, what? And even though we were friends for years, there were certain points in the friendship, girl, where his ass started to get big-headed. And I also thought that maybe there was some bi-curious shit here, girl, because I realized it was certain black niggas that he was just giving his energy to. I remember one time, girl, that even though he was doing plays at the school that we were at, girl, he also wanted to do community theater. And he ended up landing the role as Troy for the High School Musical girl on stage, live. He was Troy, girl. He was the bright and morning star in this bitch, girl. He was the main character, girl. So he became very big-headed. He was like, girl, fuck these hoes at this school, girl. This lowly-ass school that's always doing these old-ass plays because they cheap as fuck, girl. Plays that our granddaddies and shit know. They only be old people and shit that be coming to our shit, laughing and shit at us, and we don't even understand the jokes, girl. This jokes was before our time, girl. We were still swimming around the nutsack and in heaven before this shit happened. The fuck? Girl, everybody can sing for the most part, girl, because we're going to get into that. But it was the hottest thing, girl. He thought he was going to be a star. Not a star, but a starra. This bitch. But then there was this one boy. Pause. Excuse me. There was this one boy who played Corbin Blue's character, I don't remember his name, but he was openly gay. And I think the director of the play was also gay as well. And I remember that Brent invited me over to the director's house, girl. And how they was all in the motherfucking hot tub, bitch. And I'm like, girl, what type of gay agenda initiation is this, girl? What type of bootleg Diddy shit is this, girl? Is this how you got the role, bitch? Because no shade, girl. B could sing, but he also needed some guidance. Just like how I know I can sing, but I definitely need some guidance to fine tune and to become as musically inclined like I know I can, and to develop a perfect pitch, because that's something that I am going to do in this lifetime, no shade. Especially when I get to playing the piano again. But B-ass, when he was singing, girl, on that stage, girl, I wish I had a recorded that, because first of all, it costs $25 a ticket to go see this nigga, girl. And here it is, I'm sitting there with my family. You know how black people is, girl. If you can't sing, girl, you gonna know about it. He's singing this shit right now. I'm sitting here like, I'm trying to hide and shit my face. I'm trying not to laugh and shit. I'm trying to do all that shit. And I kind of felt some type of way. I'm like, nigga, you talking all this shit like you better than us, bitch, but you over here sounding horrible. And the night when I came to your play, bitch, when you was supposed to do that shot and it's supposed to go inside the rim, girl, you missed it. But he started becoming very cool with the black gay dude, and I thought the black gay dude was cute too, cause again, it's just something about pretty ass niggas that does something to me. It's like a kryptonite, girl. That's why I love myself, girl. Cause if you fuck around, what did Prince say, bitch? The beautiful ones will hurt you every time if you ain't got your shit together. I added that last part, but still. But he was kind of getting kind of close to him and shit, and he wasn't hanging out with me as much and all that other type of shit. And I'm like, okay, bitch, what you doing? Bitch, I'm the real bitch. I saw your unclean asshole that you didn't wipe, nigga. I saw things that validates our shit. But one thing that kind of ended our friendship, at least in the high school aspect, because we kind of reconnected as adults, but that didn't even last as long, is that his cousin was coming to visit them for a week. And it wasn't just gonna be just the female cousin. They're bringing all the other cousins, and she's also bringing her boyfriend. And when her boyfriend came through, it was like my ass didn't even exist anymore. The black friend that you had, girl, you was throwing me to the side because you found somebody else, girl. He was all on this motherfucker dick. I don't know if it was physically, girl, or literally, but as far as energy, he was riding his jock. He was on it. He was on him. Do you understand me? To where he was completely ignoring me. They all outside and shit, having fun, laughing. I'm in the house watching fucking Discovery Channel, watching sharks fuck shit up, and sitting here thinking like, I hate this white motherfucker, bitch. Bitch ass, hoe ass nigga, bitch. That's why your ass sounded horrible when you played this motherfucking Troy, bitch. It had to be some dick sucking going on, girl, because there's no way your talent, or at least you just look like the motherfucker, girl. They just saw your ass and was like, girl, him. You gonna talk about us, bitch. You gonna drop me for a motherfucker that's here for a week, bitch. What's gonna happen when shit ain't there no more? You want that motherfucker to write you a letter, bitch? You think he gonna text you, bitch? And if it is a trade experience, girl, you better live it and enjoy it while it lasts, bitch. Because you could have had that trade experience with my ass, girl. But when I again saw that you don't wipe yourself, girl, I was like, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm good. I don't need to do that. It's all right. It's okay. But after that, I didn't talk to him for a while, and we stopped talking. He was blowing up my phone, sometimes coming by my house and shit like that. I'm like, nigga, damn it. If you gonna do all this, we should have did some shit then, bitch. At least make it real. What else I got? Okay, I think that. Oh yeah. Let me change the music for this one. Y'all enjoying the live, and if y'all enjoying the live, please make sure you hit that like button. Okay, and let me know if you're enjoying the live. I'm gonna look at y'all comments before I get into this next one. Girl, put this on, girl, because now we're about to get into my coming out story. And hold on real quick. Give me 1 second. Hold on. All right, we back. Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry, had to go grab something real quick. As y'all know, again, if you've already seen chapter 2, and again, if you have not seen Wonderfully Made, please go and watch it and make sure you share it in Black queer spaces. I love the way that we're starting to have more deeper conversations, and we're gonna need this shit, especially going forward, because if we don't, baby, we fucked, and not in the good way, okay? But again, in chapter 2, I talked about how I got into contact with Jay, and I'm going to exclude that story time from this live because, again, I feel like that live deserves one of, by itself alone. So I'm not ignoring it. It's just I am delaying it for a bit, and I will give it to y'all hopefully this week. I'm gonna try to work some shit out. But I remember after I came out to my mom said she kind of knew. At first, the first thing she asked me, and she said, "You ain't getting nobody pregnant." So at least she thought there was some, I guess, hope for her son, girl. But she loved me. She was like, okay, what the fuck that mean? Like, you are my child. I'm not going to ever stop loving you. Just like how God does not stop loving us, even though y'all motherfuckers say that we can turn away from that love. And we can turn away from that love or the awareness of that love. And y'all be teaching people or influencing people to turn away from that love. But she loved me unconditionally. That's what a parent is supposed to do. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people out here that are sad excuses for parents. But no shade. She said, but we're going to have to tell your father about this though. And that was the one that I was worried about the most because, again, as I was doing my research about queer people, again, like Miss Sarkaz, walking in her truth and sharing her experiences about having to choose the church or her sexuality. And I wish that story was still up there because I would share it with y'all because it made me really look at myself. Am I going to be down? Am I going to go have that same experience? And even though I'm in a closet, for how long am I going to be in a closet for? Before my truth comes out. And again, when B. Slade did what he did, which was so revolutionary, which is why I honor this nigga by using his music in my stuff, especially for my theme song, my opening intro theme song. But I also started to become aware of the statistics of queer people who became homeless because they decided to walk in their truth. And again, I was raised in a very, at the time, religious household who did not play that shit, especially if you black. You're already a black man. Why would you want to add this other thing on top of it to make it harder? And not just harder for you, but harder for me too as your father, because these niggas gonna sit out here and believe that I'm not a good dad or that I fucked up somewhere because my son ain't come out right. The time that the conversation happened with my father was that, I think it was the summer, yes, of 2009. That's when I came out, the summer. And at that time, my mother and father used to go fishing a lot. They would go to this place called Belle Isle in Detroit. It's called Belle Isle, but we call it Belle Isle, girl. We got our own dialect. And they would go fishing out there. And she said, I'm gonna tell your father what you told me. And she assured me, he's not going to kick you out. I will kick his ass out before I kick you out. No shade. I would never do that to my child. So at least I know how to feel safe in that aspect. But still, to have your father disown you possibly or not want to deal with you, that's kind of scary and fucked up. Especially for a child who also wants to gain the respect and love from their father. So when that happened, girl, I packed my clothes up in the suitcase. I had my clothes on and my shoes because I did not know what the fuck it was going to give. So with that being said, I was prepared. And I remember that when I heard them pull up and I heard the gate open, my heart is just beating in my chest, hard as fuck, because now it's the truth. So I'm sitting up in my room like Brandy, bitch, and I just hear a knock on my door. Bubs, I want you to come downstairs real quick. So let's go ahead and do this. So I went down there and we all sat in the living room. And I'm sure he and my mother talked, because I'm pretty sure his initial reaction was on some shit. But he was calmed down, because he used to tell us all the time, you better thank God for your mother. You better thank, and I do thank God for my you know what I'm saying? And he told me that even though he has feelings that he's struggling with, that I am his son, and that he still loves me, and no shade, he is a man that honors his word, because he has grown to become that man that loves his son, who didn't let the ignorances and fears of other motherfuckers who don't know shit control the narrative and find out for his damn self. But let's go back in time to where he was one of you niggas. You deeply religious ass niggas. Later on that week, he schedules a conversation with the pastor of the church at that time. Now he going through a nervous breakdown. Now he sitting here breaking down to our pastor, talking about where did I go wrong? How did I, just all the guilt and shame or whatever. I didn't know what my pastor told him, but I knew what the action of what they talked about manifested into. Because after he had that experience and told us about it, he also said, Bubs, Pastor so-and-so wants to have a conversation with you. So now I'm getting upset at him, because why the fuck are you bringing him into this shit and he only hearing your side of the story? And I'm already triggered because of the reality of what queer people have to go through in these religious situations. So am I going to be like Miss Sarcast, to where now I'm going to have to stand in front of the church and decide whether I choose Christ or my sexuality, God or the world, without y'all not even sitting here and shutting the fuck up and listening to me to try to understand, to be slow to speak but quick to listen? So he said he's going to pick you up, and whatever y'all gonna do, y'all gonna do. So at that point, I was upset. I really ain't talked to my dad that much in the house. I kind of really tried to avoid his ass after that, because I felt like that was a sense of betrayal. But I guess, hey, at that time, he was so caught up in fear and ignorance. He was just, I guess that was his way of trying to protect his son from hell and societal shit that comes with it. But also the fact that it's going to save his credibility as a man, to where now in these spaces with these other men, he ain't got to worry about feeling like less of a man because your son is a fag. And you okay with that? You like that your son's a fag? So he picks me up. It's him, his wife, the first lady, his son, his cousin, and another dude. And it's me. So we riding in his expensive ass car, girl, going somewhere. I didn't know where he was going, girl. And he's sitting there talking. I'm nervous. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck we finna do, bro. Like, what is this about to be? So we drive for about 30 minutes or so, and then we pull up to a church. So in my mind, I said, oh, okay, I know what this is. It's conversion time, girl. It's guilt trip time, girl. It's time to not walk in your truth in reference to where God can see it and you can accept whatever happens with that. But the fact of, I'm going to hide and pretend that I got my shit together so that man don't judge me. Because organized religion teaches you that God is everywhere outside of you except inside of you. And with that type of awareness and knowledge and manipulation they place on the people, no wonder there are so many people who are saying that they're ex-gay only to be lying, girl. Motherfuckers who sit up here and say that they are free from that sin, girl, but get upset and feel some type of way, girl, whenever they have wet fucking dreams and clean up the evidence that we can't see. in this bitch. So we get there, girl, and it's in fact and indeed a deliverance service. And at the deliverance service, girl, there is this prophetess. Maybe if they had a prophet, girl. Maybe if they was actually following the Bible, girl. Why is the prophetess delivering demons? It probably would have been the prophet who would have done that. But anyway, using y'all logic, girl. The prophetess was up there, girl. The evangelist, girl. The one that's anointed by God, girl. Just calling and calling. There are people on the ground swirling around and shit. There are people crying and prostrate on the ground. The atmosphere is very heavy. This is an atmosphere that if there's anything evil or demonic, it will not last. Because love is so overwhelming, girl, that the demon even got to throw up his hands. That the demon even got to break down. That the demon even got to be motherfucking vulnerable. Bitch, and be honest, bitch. Y'all ever watch the anime motherfucking Demon Slayers, bitch? I think it's what's called, girl. If I'm not mistaken. Excellent ass anime. They don't just take care of the demon, girl. The main character, again, I'm forgetting these names, girl, understands the story or the history of the demon and how it became one, girl. And even in the midst of death, girl, still offered it love, bitch. So again, what I'm saying is that the atmosphere was high for anything demonic in me to come out. So we get there, we sit down for a minute. There's a line. Then all of a sudden the pastor tells us, me and his son and the nephew or the cousin and the other dude go up in the line. So I said, okay. I guess this is go time. I guess we about to really see what the truth is. And I said to myself in that moment, I said, okay, God. If what I'm doing is in fact and indeed, fuck what these other hoes are saying, girl, in their interpretation. I'm talking to you. The creator of all things. The one that is omnipresent. The one that is omnipotent, girl. The one that is the beginning and the end. The creator of all things. When I get up to this line, girl, if there is something in me that you, fuck them, if you don't like, I open myself up for you to take that out of me. I got up to that line. The prophetess said, lift your hands, lift your hands. She in the spirit. Oh, she, oh, girl, he's just going in, girl. Just rata, 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 anta, canta, santa, anta, rata. Africa right now, Africa right now, Africa right now, from Africa right now. Just going in, girl. Going in. I throw my hands up, and she starts walking past people, touching them and shit. They falling out and shit. And I say, okay, she getting closer and closer. My heart beating in my chest, bitch. Girl. She gets closer to me. She looks at me. And then walks the fuck past me. I was open and vulnerable in that moment. Because that moment happened to me. You know, when I was about to take my life when I was younger, that energy came in and loved on me. Despite all the bullshit that was happening around me, the whole repent or die, and I'm dealing with the die part, and here I am at the repenting part, and you telling me this prophetess walk right past me, and I'm opening myself up to let whatever is evil in me that is unpleasing to you in your sight, and that is destroying the black family, and that is destroying black relationships, and that is destroying the black faith, and is offending God, and is an abominable. I'm opening myself for all that shit to happen. And she walks past me. She gets to the end of the line, and then everybody that was in line, we gotta move for the next people to come. When I sat back down, I ain't say a motherfucking thing to nobody else, and I was just like this the entire time. I wasn't smoking at the time, but I was. They talking and shit. We go out to eat. at downtown Detroit at a pizza place called Pizzapopolis or some shit like that. I don't really like their pizza. But they sitting there, you hungry or whatever? No, I'm good, thank you. They sitting there talking and shit. I'm just quiet as fuck, bitch. I ain't saying shit. I'm just there I'm mad at my dad. I'm mad at my pastor. I'm over here confused as fuck because it's like, girl, what? And then I'm sitting here thinking like, wow, this is the shit that so many queer youth have to deal with. Fuck adults. Youth have to deal with. That instead of getting to know them as a person, to figure out what's really going on, to really walk in empathy. You know, the one thing that they're saying is a sin today, the one thing that they're saying not to have, but call themselves Christians, bitch. Girl. Everything being exposed now. Everything being exposed now, girl. I remember on the ride home, girl, I'm just looking out the window, bitch. And I was so filled with rage, I'm like, girl, I might even quit the church from this shit, bitch, because fuck y'all hoes for this shit. Then he drops me off and says, okay, Bubs, later on this week, when you come to church for choir rehearsal, we're going to have a conversation about what this was about. And I'm glad we didn't have that conversation, because a part of me was going to be like, oh, the fact that what y'all believe is bullshit because I gave up the opportunity for that to happen, it didn't happen. But after that experience, girl, I guess my mother talked some sense into my father, and my father was able to overcome his shit, because at the end of the day, pimpin', you got a gay son, sir. I don't know what to tell you. But see, because you love your son, even though it was difficult to, and even though he had experiences with his father to where he said he would never be like his father in certain aspects, because his father was also an individual who was a broken man as well. But my father loved himself so much, and also had a beautiful woman stand by his side to show him what love was. To where instead of letting the world and all these other motherfuckers that he was trying to impress, because if I impress them, then maybe God will see me. Yeah, God see you. But instead of him choosing God to see him as the hypocritical ass son of a bitch that a lot of these niggas act like, that God saw him as the individual who actually walked out the elements of Christ and let God do whatever God gonna do, because God don't need your help, bitch. We're the ones growing in the awareness of God. So after that, girl, I had to go see my nigga, and I went to go see my nigga. And again, like I said, for that live, girl, we are going to do that another time, okay? Because I want that to be alive within itself. And I might gag y'all in the way that I'm going to do it, but I would exclude that. But now what we're going to do, girl, before we go to chapter 3, is these comments. Girl, my stomach finna growl, bitch. I'm over here about to get the munchies as hell. Let me see. Where we at? Deshaun. I plan to do that with my nigga, my future nigga, my husband. Yes. And I already told these motherfuckers, girl, because I'm an individual that chooses not to have sex, I'm abstaining from sex by choice. Not because I can't get none, but because I choose to save that energy for somebody else. Hell yeah, I want to explore some erotic ass shit. Yes, grab the oils and shit. Let me start giving your ass a massage, bitch. Let me give you a nice little back massage, deep tissue massage. Get in there a little bit, girl. Loosen your body up. Yes, grab the oils. That means it's been used. Lord. Now he had the Technicolor booty. Baby, I said, girl, I don't give a fuck how fine you is. If you don't have good hygiene, especially when it comes down to cleanliness about your body, I don't give a damn. Cause I'm gonna definitely talk about a dirty ass nigga that I motherfucking had an interaction with, girl, when we get to motherfucking part 3. And that was the only trade nigga that I ever motherfucking connected with, girl. And I didn't even know he was traded like that, bitch. He kind of trade fished me, bitch. We gonna get into that. Okay? Let's see. Because the pastor is like the real daddy, and the daddy that told the pastor what you did is kind of like being bad in school, but the opposite because he was at home with your friend. Those two were a little close to brother, making those noises. Oh my gosh, what this is going on, girl? And that kind of made me feel weird, nigga. I'm like, why is you doing this shit? I'm like, girl, do you are attracted to certain type of niggas, girl? I don't know. Is this something you need to tell us? B? Let's see. Bubs, you was trying to hide your face. His singing was that bad. Yes, it was, girl. I'm like, girl, now you know. Now he can hold a little note. He can sing a little note. He can sing a little note, but it was like when you incorporate runs and shit. See, he used to cooking with salt and pepper. You know, he did it really good. Ha 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 ha. T.S. Madison. You know what I'm saying? Just very much salt and pepper. The runs that Zac Efron was doing had a little bit of Lowry's and had a little bit of Mama Slap Your seasonings, Cajun seasoning in there. Had a little bit of flavor in there. He was not cooking, girl. He could have burnt the whole restaurant down, the whole kitchen down the way that he was singing, girl. I'm like, girl, what? The start of something new, girl. Let's go back to the old shit, girl, because this new shit's horrible. God bless your mother in all her beauty. Yes, God bless her, girl, because she been through some things too. I'll never forget the day we first met. This was right after you had the convo with them on your channel. It was powerful. Thank you, Queen. I didn't know that. And so many kids were struggling to come out and live in their truth. This can help them. Yep. That was the purpose of it. That's why I wanted to do that live, to show people, like the people who are fearful. Oh my God, what if my child gay? And what if this happened? And what if that happened? There are people who have already went through what you went through, boo. Like, yeah, you're going to have your own unique experience because it's you. But the way that you can navigate the experience, there are people there that can help you to do that. And my parents were able to do that. And not only do my parents have a queer son, girl, they have a queer daughter too. Oh, the gay agenda. Oh, the gay agenda, girl. Well, if the gay agenda is about loving your damn child, girl, maybe that's the case. Maybe God allowed us to come into this experience for y'all to actually walk out what y'all say y'all walk out. Not just talk and make it sound pretty and theatrical and performative with your words and manipulate people's emotions, but your actual actions, because we see what y'all actions are now. Y'all want to erase us. And what y'all don't understand is that we can never be erased because God, Source, Universe, Consciousness has allowed us to be here. A wise mystic once said, you can go to Africa, girl, and remove and erase every shroud, every fucking speckle of sand, girl. We talking about that microscopic, girl. Remove all queer existence, literature, anything queer from it, and then build this big-ass, impenetrable ass Wakanda shield, bitch, around Africa. Queer life will still manifest, girl. Because Mother Nature, girl, fuck what the father said, Mother Nature has allowed it to happen. And Mother Nature is not very happy with the way that she's been treated, bitch. Okay? But yes, I wanted to make sure that I did that to show people that yes, especially black people, you're gonna have, some of y'all gonna have queer children. It is what it is. But yet y'all don't have no problem utilizing their talents, girl, when they in your churches, girl, and the money coming in more because they own key singing. They serving, they doing everything possible to enhance your ministry and to enhance the atmosphere in your churches. I mean, look at all the gospel celebrities that are against queer people, but yet get their faces beat by them and their hair done by them and their outfits done by them. Look at Kim Burrell, girl. Her wigs have never been the same since she started her bullshit, girl. The last time I saw her play was a few days ago, girl, on YouTube, where she was singing "Oh Lord." And again, I give Kim Burrell her credit. The bitch can sing, girl. And I'm starting to forgive her ass, girl. Okay? But at the same time, them wigs look atrocious, girl. It's like, girl, you use that wig to clean your damn tub out after you done using it, girl, and just put it on your head. But what I'm saying is that now that the church is about to be in charge of this country, because this is going to be a theocracy, an oligarch. It's going to be rich people that's going to be able to do what they want to do, and then use the justification of God supporting them to do that. Okay? They're the real copycats. They're the ones that's watching the world and learning from the world to employ tactics of the world against them, but then try to come in and use God to clean it up. So for the queer people, no shade. If your ass still to go to these churches that do not affirm you and speak out against queerness, I want you to understand that blood is on your hands too, bitch. And let's not operate in fear, girl, because some of you church queens, silent sissies of the pews, shout out to the King of Reeds for that. A lot of y'all fuck with trade too, and you see what trade doing, girl. So what you gonna do? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Girl. But let's continue with the comments. No idea why some parents make your sexuality about them. They didn't go wrong anywhere. This is who you are as a human being. And to your point, you would think that. But again, because of societal pressures and norms, if you are a black man and your son is feminine, again, I can understand some of their viewpoints, because black men historically have been beaten down through slavery in the most obscene, the most catastrophic, the most jarring ways ever. Imagine somebody graping you and you can't do nothing about it in front of your kids and your family and everybody else. Don't you know how demeaning that is? On top of the shit you already dealing with. So for a lot of those black men, they see being gay as a sign of weakness. Oh, you want to throw your legs up in the air. You try to put your motherfucking leg up and shit, bitch. You trying to do all that shit. I'm not a bottom, so I can't really do it. But you want all that. Even though the difference between the master doing what he was doing and two gay men doing what they were doing is the fact that master was taking that shit without your permission. With gay men, it's consensual. There's an understanding there. And the reason why they, again, make it about them is because people also looking at them as a parent, as a father. And especially in the black community, there needs to be more awareness of black fathers actually doing it. No shade. I'm grateful that I had a dad in my life. And no shade to those who didn't. Just because you didn't have a father in your life does not mean you cannot heal from that or be a better father to your children. You can learn from your experiences of the lack that was there and then work on being abundant for the next generation. That's how it's supposed to work. But again, because of societal pressures and norms and stuff, if you know that your son is gay and you okay with that, I gotta, just like how we say all the time, oh girl, give me your black card revoked. You fucked it up. No. It's the same thing. Give me your masculinity card, because just like white privilege is a pro in this system, masculinity is also a pro in this system as well. So a lot of times they'll start blaming themselves about where they went wrong. Girl, I gotta get it out. It might seem dark, no shade, but it is what it is, girl. I gotta let this shit out. Talking about where did I go wrong, you could have went wrong if you would have kicked your son out the motherfucking house and told him to get this faggot ass out and that I disowned him. Then you could have failed or did something wrong. But the fact of you loving and affirming your child, if loving and affirming your child, especially when the motherfuckers who say that you shouldn't can't even objectively prove that the child is doing shit that is harming them, they have to use an imaginary book to justify their imaginary feelings and thoughts about something that they cannot objectively prove, girl. But I'm so glad that my dad changed his mind. And again, when I do go see my parents this year, I'm going to do a live with my father, because I know Harold was asking for that. And I know other people will want to see that as well. So I'm going to definitely share that with y'all. But that was just a moment in time. Thank God. No shade. It's completely different now. Kimara says, personally being a transgender woman, my father doesn't accept me at all, even to this day. The sad part is that he is a preacher and he knows the word, but he doesn't know me as a trans woman. It's sad, but that's my truth. And when people, especially the trans experience, share those things, those are realities. Now, I even feel bad sometimes about saying that that was not even my reality. But to know that there are other people who want that from their parents. For them to love them, not an idea of them, not you living vicariously through them, but to love them for who they are. Do you know what that type of neglect can do to somebody's psyche? Especially from your parents, the ones that's supposed to love your ass, girl. But no shade, as much as y'all sit up here and talk about how queer people can't have children by ourselves, maybe that's the motherfucking fail safe. So that we don't contribute to the bullshit like how a lot of y'all be doing. Because look at the foster care system. We ain't making the children for the foster care system, nigga. We not doing that. That's all y'all pimping. But I am proud of my sister Kamari though. Because even though she did not get what she wanted from her father, she realized that she didn't need the shit. She wanted it. And maybe for a long time she felt like she needed it. But she has grown from that. And even that type of awareness can make you realize that your real family are going to be those that fuck with you. Have we not forgotten about the story in the Bible, girl, where one of Jesus's disciples was like, hey, yo, Jesus, your mom out here, your people out here. And he told them, well, they're going to have to wait because I'm doing my father. They're going to have to wait. It's the same thing. You're going to find your tribe. You're going to find those that love you. You're going to find those that honor you and cherish you. And unfortunately, there's a lot of parents who have not healed, who have just survived, who are still broken, and teach their children survival techniques. But if it's anything that can make their survival even harder or more challenging, i.e. having a queer child, a lot of times out of survival, they will just remove that from the equation to protect themselves. And that's their own soul salvation to work out. And even though that hurts, which is the uncomfortable truth, and I had to realize that after DJ, which we're going to get into in a minute, that at the end of the day, I still have to move on. I still have to grow. I still have to love. I still have to go forward. And he's missing out. But the gag is, and no shade, this might seem a little dark, but I'm just going to say it. I'm grateful for my experience with my dad because no shade. If my dad would have been queerphobic to not even talk to his son, if his ass was on his dying bed, deathbed, he wanted to talk to me, talk to God. Don't talk to me. You had your chance. Go ahead and talk to the one thing that's about to transition your ass over. You don't get to sit up here and treat me like this all my life, and then when you about to die, and now your mortality is threatened, and now you sitting there with the guilt and shame, and you trying to get to heaven on the last minute notice, don't include me in that package. But again, I'm grateful that's not the case. But for those that is the case for, no shade. Even though people will say, don't do that, don't do that. No. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Don't call me when you need me, especially when I needed you and you weren't there for me. Call on the one that's always there. Harold says, yes, a lot of dads have that fear of how their gay son will be viewed by other men. He also responds to Kamari saying, and with that, I would say that you cannot let that hold you back as an individual. There's going to come a time where he realizes that you are more important than worldly views. And like I said, a lot of time for these niggas, it's when death is knocking on their door. Because like how Scarface said in his song, girl, I never seen a man cry until I seen a man die. No shade. I have to go back to this since they want to do that to gay people. Why don't they do that to the abusers? Why don't they do that to women that needs to be saved from liking kids. Because at the end of the day, as long as it's heterosexual, they can find a way to deal with that. Yes. Africa right now. Africa, Africa, Africa. Proof that it's not even about you per se. It's your existence, as well as other queer people, simply triggering insecurities in others. Correct. Let's see. My dad was somewhat in my life, but he wasn't because we weren't in the same household. There was a lot that he should have taught me as a father that he didn't. There was a period that I didn't talk to my dad from the time I was a freshman in high school until it was time for me to graduate. Wow, so for 4 years. See what I mean? What happens when you don't love and affirm your children and then get mad at them for being like, okay, then, well, I'm on the same thing. Like, they're supposed to be like, okay, I'm sorry. No, if this is the reality, if I have to accept that, you got to accept that too. And you can't use, oh, I'm the daddy, I'm grown for this, because you daddy the human, nigga. Which means that your ass ain't exempt. And that's for all the daddies that's grown. I so can relate to Kamari. I'm kind of dealing with the same thing as well. It's like everything we do to try to please them, nothing is good enough. And this is my first time ever sharing that here. Wow, thank you for doing that. If you know me, you know that I'm very private and I don't talk a whole lot about it. And it's just like sometimes you have to rethink your existence. But here's the thing. Your existence is valid. No one can erase it. And you are worth it. Exactly, queen. And that's the thing. Like, there are people that I've seen on these platforms to be like, oh, well, we try to talk to them. Where they at? Where the queer people at? We sitting there trying to talk to the queer people. Where y'all at? See, every time we drop the link, we be trying to have a conversation with them, girl. All this shit. But then when the queer people plan the shit out and come up, now we all just quiet and shit. And, oh, well, you know, God love all of us. You know, Jesus said that he died for everybody. So now you want to be on this shit, but when we not around, girl, you doing all this shit. But that's the thing, like, these individuals could have invited trans people onto their show to have objective conversations. Like, the information is there. These people act like this shit is nowhere to be found. It's there. Talk to the people. All these people who are afraid of trans people in the bathroom, a lot of them don't even know a trans person personally or haven't even seen a trans person that they know of in public. Do you see how ignorant and dumb and stupid and low vibrational that is? But to your point, queen, you have to think about your existence. Because you came in this world, I say it all the time, you came into this world by yourself, you're going to leave this bitch by yourself. So if there is one person that you need to be cool with above all things, no matter what, is you. So yes. And Kimari says, to Harold, thank you, beloved. I really appreciate your kind words. No, it takes me as I am or have nothing at all, okay? With Mary. Lesson learned. I spoke some of it in my interview with Marcos on One Mic Night, but that's the person I was alluding to, my father. Wow. And that's why I'm saying, like, as queer people, we need to share our experiences and our stories. And the reason why they try to suppress our voices is because when it comes down to a lot of the atrocious, horrible shit, just like with white people and white privilege, they don't want their involvement in the story to be mentioned. And I'm sorry, boo. Shade, no shade, girl. You were part of it. I don't know what the fuck to tell you, bitch. It is what it is. And she also responds to Queen Stevie saying, thank you for having the courage to say what you said. Exactly. And that's the point. To create safe spaces for us to share these experiences. These other hoes, fuck them. Fuck them right now, girl. If there's any sort of evolution in their thought, then we can have those conversations. Until then, girl, fuck them. It's nothing but smoke for some of these hoe ass niggas, bitch. No shade. But I appreciate y'all for sharing y'all experiences just like I'm sharing mine. But let's go ahead and we're going to read this last comment. B, I appreciate your dad for providing a safe space to us all to express how we feel as a whole. Let me tell you something. There are black men out there that's doing this shit. No shade. Now let's go ahead and get into, girl, the motherfucking adult phase, girl. This is why I'm gonna spill my tea about some of my dating experience, girl. This is when it's gonna be very, very relatable about some shit, okay? Now, before I do that, let me go grab my other headphones because the headphone that I have is dying. So give me 1 second, y'all. One moment. Y'all gonna have to forgive my headphones, bitch. They're a little beat up. But it is what it is. No shade, girl. You gotta use what you got to get what you want. Yeah. I think I'll put on this song, girl, because I'll say that towards the end, girl, because I love this Alex Isley mix. We gonna put on some sad shit, girl. Where's that Living All Alone, bitch? Where's it at, girl? You about to throw a little Phyllis Hyman in here, girl. As far as the background, girl. Shout out to Phyllis Hyman, bitch. Living All Alone. This is the instrumental part, girl. We gonna get into the adult here. Used to be a time in my life when we were lovers. Okay. This is my dating experience, y'all. Y'all ready for this bullshit? Girl. Let's see. After me and Jay broke up, and I was doing my YouTube channel at the time, which was On the Ocean 007. After about a year or so, when I started kind of like trying to get into the gay scene a little bit, like going to Pride and stuff like that, I ended up going to this gay club that I mentioned before on my lives and my content called GG's, which is in Detroit. And at this time, I was hanging out with W, because W came back into my life as an adult. Now, we ain't do shit as adults. Even though if W was to do some shit, it was like, okay. But he a feminine top, so it's like two tops ain't gonna do shit, bitch, because you ain't bending me over, bitch. My last relationship I was in, girl, no shade, I was more of a bottom than I was a top, girl. When I tell you those stories, I'm gonna really tell on myself. But I met this individual named C because of W. And it's so funny how the universe has a way of working in reference to bringing things back around. So when I was talking to C at the club and stuff, we outside, we talking, we kicking it or whatever. C cute. C is cute. Now, C is also different than what I was dealing with at the time, because before I met Jay, I was only into light-skinned niggas and Latino niggas. That's kind of what I was trying to see what was giving up, you know what I'm saying? But C was dark-skinned, and he was gorgeous, beautiful. I'm like, okay, come on, universe, open up a nigga fucking range of shit, you know what I'm saying? So, he and I started talking. I got his number, and then later on that night we started talking, and I can really give C like his unas, his ones. He did what needed to be done. He told me that night that he was HIV positive. Now, I already told y'all how the fuck I felt with this whole, if you trying to go to hell for being gay, you gonna get AIDS or whatever. So I had that thought shoot up into my mind like, oh fuck, this is somebody that is positive. Like, oh my God, am I gonna get it? You know what I'm saying? Those fear-based thoughts started happening. But then because I was growing in my empathy, I was kind of like, well, if I was positive, I would want someone to still love me, not ignore it. Like, make sure that these individuals are doing what they can to live healthy lives, because if I'm in a relationship with you, I want to be able to live with you and enjoy as much time as I can with you. So do whatever you gotta do if it's in a healthy way to prolong your life. But there are people besides that. So I started to do my research. I started to look up things. I started to look up information about couples that have been together for 10, 20, 30 years where one person was positive, the other was negative, and it's been that way the entire time. Even ways that you have sex with someone who is positive with certain things, just information. You get what I'm saying? This is way before PrEP and all that other type of stuff. But I said, you know what? Okay, I'll give it a shot. And that relationship was pretty cool in the beginning, but then as you will learn and discover, something just happens to where it's just like, what the fuck? So we chilling stuff like that. We ain't had sex yet or nothing like that. We just chilling and stuff. We kissing and stuff. I'm grabbing on booty and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. Then I remember one time that this individual was having an episode because this person struggles with depression, and they just felt like they was in this dark place. And they called me and was like, can you come pick me up, please? I just need to be with somebody. And of course, for me at that time, I'm Captain Saber, nigga. I'm like, yes, I'm about to show up and show out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gay now, bitch. So now I get to experience shit that I ain't really get to experience as a child in a healthy adult way. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, okay, cool. So I'm like, yes, I'm on my way. Like, I went to go pick him up and everything, came back to the house, and he had brought his Nintendo Wii. All the niggas I talk to love video games. And no shade, they love video games more than me. I'm a casual player. These niggas are gamers, girl. I'm like, the fuck? So he brought over his Wii. He loved his Wii and shit. So, and mine too. So, he came over, girl, and I was trying to cheer him up or whatever. So, we was playing Wii bowling and stuff. And we decided to do something different and do strip bowling. So we'll be bowling, and whoever won that round, the loser had to take off an article of clothing. And I remember it got to a point to where when I saw him naked, I was like, because I never really saw him naked before. And I'm like, nigga, first of all, let me pause this, because I have a serious question to ask. Nigga, where did that ass come from? Because he kind of wore clothes that were more kind of on the baggy side, so it made it like his booty was kind of had a little something there, just a little something. I'm like, okay, you know, I can work with a little booty. You know, we opening up different ways of thinking, you know what I'm saying? But when he took his motherfucking clothes off, and I saw his body, and he was only a few inches taller than me, and you know I always wanted to be with someone who was either my height or a little bit taller than me, because I'm a short man that have tall man dreams that I want to do with some sexual shit. So I was like, whoo. Baby, it's like that nigga can turn to the side, bitch, and it was like, whoo, I'm like, all that ass, girl, for me, you wanna get some of that to me? First of all, let me thank Jesus real quick. Hold on.
You won't treat me like no side hoe. Hey, car, I'm loved by the best.
Shaya. Oh, Mashanya. Oh, I feel a Shakani up here.
I ain't got no teeth inside, boy, I can gum you down. Let me put this mouth on you, baby. Put this mouth on you, baby. I ain't got no teeth inside, boy, I can gum you down. Let me put...
Do you hear that down? Baby, I said, oh, okay. So afterwards, girl, you know, we start kissing. Put my music back on, bitch. Where we at? Where I put it at? Oh, there we go. We start kissing and shit, and you know, doing our I love frying, girl. That safe sex, girl. That's a safer form of sex, girl. And no shade. If I can have a good Friday session with your ass, I already know the sex gonna be on fire. So then we start doing shit, and then he was like, he wanted to have sex, and a part of me was like, oh fuck, we finna do this shit. But I had a condom, girl. Put that motherfucker on, girl, and I fucked him good and long, girl. And I was sitting here like, okay, see, you kind of doing some shit or whatever and stuff like that. It was a good night, girl. But that was the only time we had sex. We ain't had sex after that, girl, because shit started falling off. Come to find out, girl, why the fuck this nigga got other nigga dicks in his phone? Girl, what? Come to find out this nigga a hoe. I said, oh, that's probably why you was taking the dick so good, girl. So he and I broke up just for him to date a nigga who literally has the same first and last name as me. I'm like, girl, you can't make this shit up. So then let's move on, girl, to when I met Q. Q was a subscriber of mine from my old YouTube channel that I was talking to for about like 2.5 months and some change. We sitting there talking. He sent me a few pictures of him. He looked like a hood nigga, but like a clean hood nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's showing me the nigga with the watches and shit or whatever. The nigga sound just like Trey Melvin, because I had a crush and still kind of got a crush on Trey Melvin, fine ass girl, especially now that he more feminine. So sound just like him. Like, okay, cool, I can see this girl. You know, we opening up and exploring our horizons and shit, right? We trying to do some new shit. He wants to come visit me, he says. So we set up a time for him to come visit me for a week. I think a week is a good time for him to come down and visit. You know what I'm saying? So I remember I ended up paying a Greyhound bus ticket for him that he said he was going to pay me back, girl. But this was a bum ass nigga. I did not know it. And when we at the Greyhound bus station, I'm sitting there waiting for him. I see this nigga get off the motherfucking bus on the phone talking to me. And I'm like, bitch, why the fuck you look like Soulja Boy? And I ain't talking about physically. Why is you dressed like you are stuck in circa 2005, girl? Hit this long, dirty ass white baggy shirt on. These motherfucking shorts. When a nigga got in the car, he smelled like onions, bitch. I said, Lord, this is what I get for fucking with the masculine niggas, Lord. See, I should have stuck to the rivers and lakes that I'm used to, bitch. What am I doing? Girl, horrible. Then we end up going to McDonald's because he's hungry and shit. We in the motherfucking drive-thru, paying at the cash register. I turn around, this nigga just kissed me all in my mouth. Then we get up to get the motherfucking order. Everybody walking to the front and looking in the car and shit. She probably like, oh my God, these gay dudes just literally made out in front of me. Like, what? Then we get to the house. He trying to fuck. I'm not about to fuck you until I get to know you better physically in this realm, girl. You just don't get to dig like that, girl. Off rip. At least not right now. Now we did a little something, girl. We did a little bro moment, you know what I'm saying? Like that. But when he was here, girl, I was ready for him to leave, bitch, the entire... When I picked his ass up, I said, oh, girl, you gotta get ready to go. Saturday can't get here fast enough. So then, 2 days pass, and he wants to have sex. He wants to fuck. So I'm kind of like, okay, let's see what's going on. So we doing our little regular thing, girl. I grab the condom on, bitch. And I proceed to go ahead and do what a top does, bitch. And I just put it in, girl. As I poured out, I just read up on some weed, and I already smoked a pre-roll because I smoked it earlier in that small one, girl, but it's about to make me grab my other one, bitch. When I poured out, my nose was immediately aggravatedly assaulted with the smell of waste. This nigga looks back at me, said, what's wrong? I said, you ain't prepare yourself for this? This nigga tells me, oh, I didn't know I had to. Then proceeds to tell me, girl, I want to grab my other joint, girl. You not gonna keep going? When I say I was ready for him to go, I was ready for him to go now. Not now, kneel. Kneel. I'm trying to motherfucking fall asleep and take naps throughout the day to help time speed up. This nigga watching motherfucking gay British shows and shit on fucking Comcast and shit. Then, bitch, I got my student loan refund check, bitch. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm about to upgrade shit in my house. Went and bought me a motherfucking TV from the pawn shop, girl. I got a TV in my room right now from the pawn shop I had for years, girl. Still work, bitch. No shade, bitch. I'ma get me a motherfucking 50, 60 inch, girl. And this is when I had my Jeep Patriot at the time. No, it wasn't. I'm mistaken. No, it wasn't. I think it was the family car I had at the time. Because they were out of town. So I get my stuff, whatever, and I go to the pawn shop. This nigga sees a fucking Xbox One. Or whatever it was before this current generation, girl. Because I ended up getting me a PS4. But whatever the Xbox equivalent of that at the time, I think it was Xbox One if I'm not mistaken. I'm not an Xbox person, girl. I'm Sony forever. Fuck the Xbox. But, excuse me. Sorry, girl. I got him that. Then he wanted some Beats. That was $100. I bought him that. And some video games and shit. He playing Grand Theft Auto and shit. Mortal Kombat and shit. Then the nigga is a unconscious low vibrational pothead, girl. I smoke weed and I'm high vibratory, girl. I love weed because it helps me to alter my precision of my reality and also helps me to bridge the gap between my human side and my spiritual side, and that's how I utilize it. You ain't got to understand. You can call it what you want to, but bitch, I'm telling you about what's happening with me. Thank you, okay? But this individual was an individual that was very irritable if he didn't have weed. He wanted to fight everybody, all that type of shit, get mad and upset. I had to buy weed and shit from a neighborhood nigga, girl, but when I got my motherfucking student refund chick, bitch, I ended up buying him a motherfucking half ounce. He was so happy and shit, trying to give me head and shit. I'm like, we can do this. But as far as that other shit, no. You can go ahead. Thank you. Welcome. We didn't really enjoy each other's company until like the last day. Well, Friday, because he left on Saturday. But it was Friday. That was the last time that he and I like had some sort of enjoyment. Because we sitting there, we playing a game, and then we started talking and laughing. It was like we was chilling and vibing and stuff. I really liked that. Then on Saturday, when I dropped him off at the bus station, when we got out the car, he was looking around and shit, and then trying to hug me. I'm like, nigga, not you trying to be DL now, bitch, but you motherfucker didn't mind kissing me open mouth, bitch, in front of these motherfuckers at McDonald's. The logic, it's not logical. Then he gets emotional and shit, talking about, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. A part of me is like, no, nigga, you're leaving. We can still talk a little bit, but you gotta go. No. He heads back to Chicago, because that's where he came from, Chicago. Then he calling me, blowing me up. Hey, yo, babe, can you send me $40, $50 through motherfucking MoneyGram or whatever? And me, every time I got paid, I sent that nigga some money. I just need to eat something. I need some food or something. I ain't done. I'm trying to do all that shit. Then he getting mad at me and shit. Why ain't you buy an apartment? Why ain't you use that student refund check to get an apartment or whatever? Then nigga started crying and shit. Started breaking my damn heart. But I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck I gotta use my damn student refund check, bitch, to buy an apartment? What type of dumb shit is that, girl? What? No. The fuck? Then one time, he asked me to send him $500 so he can buy a burner gun on the streets. I said, oh no, man, I can't do this. Then he went to go apply for a job, and then he got triggered and went off on me, cussing me out. Fuck you, nigga, just going off. That was the last straw. I said, bro, I'm good. Don't talk to me ever again. I blocked that nigga phone. He started calling me on Facebook, blowing my shit up. After about 2-3 months, he sent me a friend request. I look at the friend request and it says he's in a relationship, girl. And when I saw the picture of the motherfucker he was in a relationship with, I felt insulted, because it's like, bitch, ain't the purpose is to motherfucking upgrade, girl. He's in a relationship with a nigga, girl, who looked like he in his 50s and damn 60s, girl. Got this big ass wide face looking like the first slice and last slice of bread that don't nobody want, even the birds, bitch. Saying they been in a relationship for 2 weeks. So come to find out, I was dealing with a homosexual nigga. A nigga that was fucking for a place to stay. Just really dirty dick trade ass shit. And that's why, again, I will always fuck with feminine men. I will always fuck with androgynous ass men. I'd rather fuck with niggas that know that they getting walking their truth to some dirty ass niggas who can't even clean the fuck out. That's probably why these niggas be talking about, oh, that gay shit is exit only. No, it's exit only for some of you niggas, because you niggas don't know how to take care of your damn self. They gonna sit up here and tell me, yeah, you gonna stop? You gonna keep going? Bust me your motherfucking shit then. Fuck. Now this next one, let me grab my my shit real quick, cause I'm gonna say this bitch ass nigga name, girl. Give me 1 second. Fuck him. I'll be back. This bitch ass, hoe ass, fucked out ass nigga name is Theo. And I learned some information within the past few years about Theo that he did with somebody else that I know, that is to the point to where whenever I see this bitch ass nigga, girl, we can be in church, we can be in front of President Trump, bitch, I'm gonna sneak your bitch ass, girl. I'm going to whoop your ass, girl. Because this is the only nigga out of all the niggas that I've dated where I want to whoop his motherfucking ass. To be in my toxic red pill space ass energy, bitch. I met Theo through my, at the time, was my first gay best friend. It was an individual that I met in my church praise team, girl. We were both fags, girl. We connected real cool. He was the first nigga I ever went to the Woodward with, girl, and fell in love with the Woodward because I like that black gay ratchet shit sometimes. As long as my ass ain't involved in this shit, I try to help out and bring awareness, girl. But if y'all want to do shit, I'm still gonna watch. You know what I'm saying? But I met him through my friend at the time. And girl, y'all gotta, girl, my parents deserve everything, girl. That's why when I manifest my shit, they ain't gotta worry about shit ever, girl. Cause the shit they went through with me, girl, trying to find love, girl. Cause throughout my 20s, girl, it was all about love. I just wanted relationships. Fuck everything else, bitch. I just want a man. I met Theo, bitch ass girl. Okay? And we connected and stuff like that. It was cool. He stayed the night at my house for 3 days. Didn't know that he was kicked out of his house. Okay? Stayed with me and everything. After the 3rd day, my dad was like, Buzz, what the fuck is going on here? Now, it's enough that I have to accept the fact that people think I like that you a fag. But what is this going on here? Why is this man here for 3 days? What's going on? And if he's going to stay here for more than 3 days, nigga gonna have to at least pay something to stay here. So then I had that conversation with Theo. Theo was working. Theo had his own car. And Theo, at the time, seemed like a black man that I could have grown with. Because he also was a man that was intelligent. He also was a man that had very high hopes and dreams. And the nigga could actually motherfucking sing. Nigga sings down. Sings down. Completely sings down. So everything was good. So we had that conversation. And my parents allowed for him to stay with us for a few months to save up while he got on his feet. And I remember that night when he discovered that and we were laying in my bed, and again, niggas love just laying on my chest. It don't matter how short I am, girl. Them niggas would reduce their size to lay on my chest. They will become the big little spoon in this bitch. On this motherfucking left titty right here, bitch. Okay, this man titty. Strong ass. You can move it, man titty, bitch. And the way that he laid on me, it was like relaxed. It was like I ain't have to worry about shit. It's like I ain't gotta stress and worry no more. And I'm with a nigga. This how I'm internalizing all this. So everything is cool or whatever. I ended up getting this nigga a motherfucking iPhone on me and my sister phone plan, and she did not know about it until a year later and cussed my ass out for it. See, I was doing dumb shit. You know, what you won't do, you do for love, but pay attention, bitch. Damn. So I bought this nigga a new iPhone and shit. You on our plan and stuff. We never fucked. At least one time we tried to fuck, girl, and he was just too damn tight, girl. It wasn't just gonna work. Even though he wanted to keep going, I'm like, girl, I feel like I'm going to hurt you. I'm not those niggas that be trying to rush it all inside and trying to get in it. No. I know how to try. I've been a bottom before in my first relationship. I've bottomed more than I topped. I know what they be going through, which is why I have such honor and reverence and respect for them. Because, girl, I paid my dues, bitch, for this lifetime and a few others. I am a top, bitch. I came in this bitch 5'2". I will transform from 5'2" to 4'8" in this bitch to stand on that. Okay? But, and yes, girl, a lot of these niggas don't be cleaning out, girl. It wasn't until later on when I had sex that I was dealing with a motherfucker that knew what they was doing, bitch. And that's why a lot of these straight niggas be thinking that, oh, like I was watching this one clip where it was talking about a DL nigga from Detroit talking about, oh, if you gonna fuck me, bro, put the towel down so it catch all the excrement. I'm like, girl, what type of demonic sex y'all having, bitch? We having clean sex over here. Fuck all that, girl. You clean out? You don't want me to come to the situation with musty ass, stank ass, dirty ass balls, or you smell shit when you giving me head. You wouldn't want that. So anyway, we at the house, we chilling and shit like that. He was working at a restaurant that was like a few blocks over from where I worked. So we worked like in the same city. He would pick me up from work and stuff like that. Like, it was really good. It was dope. We was chilling. We was vibing. We was watching movies and shit. We was cuddling and shit. We was doing that Friday shit, girl. It seemed like it was good. But one thing that I forgot to mention to y'all is that Theo is primarily attracted to white men. And he was still dealing with his ex, because a lot of the niggas that I dealt with were unhealed and still had unresolved love for their exes. I was like the rebound dude that was trying to be Captain Save a nigga, girl. I feel like a lot of these red pill niggas that get on these platforms were just like me. Niggas that was trying to prove themselves to motherfuckers who didn't know who they were. And then they self-internalized that to where now they project that hatred out to other people, as opposed to working on themselves and manifesting the one that's actually meant for them. Anyway, one time I knew that something was off about Theo is because whenever Theo would be on the way home, he would call in, check in with me, let me know what's going on so I could look out for him. There was one time that he said he was going to hang out with his friend Sarah, a white girl, his best white friend girl. And that he was going to stay over her house for the night. And I'm trying to be cool, because I'm not a nigga that's like trying to control you or where you at, whatever. Like, I want you to have a life. I want you to have friends and shit. Just let me know what's going on. He came back home and got in the bed with me. And all I smelled, it smelled like open ass and lube. It smelled like sin and penetration, bitch. Girl. Then it was one time where he got invited to this like big ass party that was like 40-50 miles away from here, like in a rural area. I think somebody who worked for Instagram at the time had like a house out there and this big ass acres of land. It was having this big ass fucking bonfire ass party, girl, that, you know, get out type shit. And he said that he wanted to go, and we ended up going. And I remember that night, he just got drunk as fuck. I mean, drunk as hell. And he was watching these white boys dance, and he would just look at them and stuff like that. And I'm sitting here like, you don't see that I'm right here, nigga? What's going on? You don't see me? What's going on? And then that night, girl, that's when he threw up in the car, because I was driving, because he was drunk. Just threw up in the motherfucking passenger seat. I'm like, nigga, throw up outside. Then we get to the house and he throw up right near the damn steps and the doors. I'm like, girl, what is going on? You don't see the grass over there? And go do it over there? But I really started to get on his ass is because it was one time where he was taking a shower and his phone was upstairs. So yes, I went through his phone and it's text messages from niggas, and one from a nigga that was recent talking about, oh, last night was fun, can't wait to do it again. Bitch, what? Then he had a crush on this Latino ass nigga and shit that I felt insecure about because the nigga looked better than me. So I'm like, you fucking this nigga, but go live with him then. Why you fucking with me then? The fuck? But I guess what escalated even more is the fact that it was around the 4th of July, and he was about to come home, and he was going over to his friend Sarah's house again. And he said, I'm going to stay over there, or I'm going to go to the club with her, and then I'm going to come back and stay at her house. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Bitch. That whole time, I'm on my computer typing and shit. How can you track a nigga phone by his phone number, girl? How do you do this shit, girl? Even if I put viruses on my laptop, girl, we gonna find out where your ass is at, because I don't like this shit. I'm over here hyperventilating and shit, trying to figure out where this nigga at, girl. You ain't coming, but girl, what's going on? Because you said you was gonna call me when you got back home and never did, so now I'm worried. So then I end up driving to his friend Sarah's house, and his car is not there. This nigga is gone for 2 days. Then he comes back. And that's when we had that conversation. I tell him, let me see your phone, bro. What you mean? I said, let me see your phone. He was like, well, if I let you see my phone, then I'm gonna leave after this or whatever. I said, I don't give a fuck, let me see your phone. Then he goes and says, hold on. And he starts deleting shit off his phone in front of me. Here go the phone. And that's what I'm talking about. That's why I don't like dating you black ass niggas. That's why I don't like date. That's why I like white boys and shit. Cause you too ghetto and too ethnic for me. I'm like, I said, okay then, well, since I'm so motherfucking ghetto and ethnic for you, why don't you go fuck that white boy you been fucking doing and go stay with his ass. Get the fuck out of my house. Took his shit and threw it outside. Then my ass started crying afterwards, girl. The dog we had at the time, man, she rest in peace, girl, over there, crazy as hell, going off and shit. I'm sitting there crying hurt. This nigga outside, he crying and shit. He texting me and shit, calling me, let me back in, let me back in. Then gonna text me about 30 minutes later. I got into a car accident. Good, nigga, good. Good. Let the Lord carry your ass out, bitch. Let the white man save you, bitch. Then he texting me, oh, please, can we just talk? Please, please, can we talk? Please. I ain't talked to him for about a whole week. Then when we finally talk, he gonna try to put the shit on me and blame me and shit for the relationship. And it's like, hoe ass nigga, you the one out here cheating. For the first month after we broke up, I was depressed. I was really depressed. But the 2 months after that, I was angry as fuck. I was like, universe, if I see this nigga anywhere, girl, I'm going to blow his shit in, bitch. I'm going to jail. I'm grabbing a bottle, bitch. I'm gonna do it. And after I'm done, I'm gonna stand here like this. So however they want me to be, I'm gonna do all the shit. Here you go, bitch. Then I remember years later, I saw him at Ferndale Pride, which is one of the prides here in Michigan. And I saw him, he looked at me, and he smiled at me, and I kept on walking, bitch, because a part of me was like, girl, punch him in the throat. Slap the shit out of him with a hammer, bitch. Crunch his balls in a one-horse open sleigh, bitch. I wanted to do all that shit. And especially with a recent situation that I heard about involving his ass. Theo, if you ever watch this, it's best that you don't say shit to me. It's best that you don't try to do anything to me. Because as soon as I see you, girl, your fucking Adam's apple is going to be beating the back of your fucking spine. I'm going to punch you in your sternum. Or as I've learned from another anonymous source, girl, I'm a palm strike your ass. Because when you strike somebody with a palm, that shit is more powerful than a fist. I'm going to hit you in your motherfucking kidney spleens, bitch. I'm going to be tapping all type of motherfucking pressure points. I might curb stomp your bitch ass. Because the shit that you did was foul as fuck. And it was very predatory. So if I ever see your ass in life, bitch, you better hope I'm not driving or anything, girl. Because you could be singing in the heavenly choir, bitch, with Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, and all them niggas. Now let's move on to KJ. KJ, we met on Tammy, girl. And Tammy, no shade out of all the apps, were more successful as far as longer connections. They didn't last, but still longer. KJ is a pastor's kid. His father is a pastor. His mother and father are ministers. Which could explain why he was so motherfucking freaky. Because one thing that I can say is that with all my experiences, I have never ever fucked nan nigga on the first fucking night. Never. I may have been tempted. My dick may have wanted to go there. But I have emotional awareness and intelligence to where I got to get to feel comfortable for that to happen. So the first time I met KJ, I picked him up from his house, girl. No shade. I was picked up a few times, so I picked some niggas up, girl. I don't judge niggas who ain't got no cars, bitch. As long as you a good person and can make it work, I'm cool. We'll find a way if it's meant. So I picked him up or whatever. And we get in the car, and the nigga just start grabbing on my chest, going down on my pants and shit, just grabbing this. I'm like, nigga, hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. Hello, KJ, how are you? You good? Let's talk. He tried to get me grab on his booty, and no shade. That nigga ass was immaculate. his booty was good. No shade, girl. I'm still hypersexualized because of the society, girl. I'm learning to be better, bitch. Put that shit on the back burner, girl. But that nigga had ass, girl, and he was flexible as fuck. That nigga did splits and shit, all that shit, and that ass muscle and shit was sitting up nice the way it was. I was like, oh, and you a PK? Bitch, if you do the right thing, girl, I would love to motherfucking give you some of this dick, girl, that your dad don't want you to have, bitch, that your family, your church don't want you to have, girl. That allegedly God don't want you to have, bitch. I was gonna give you all of it. But he was kind of weird. He was like very self-loathing. Like I remember one time we went out to Applebee's to eat and then we sat in my car and talked for a while and he was just beating down on himself as far as like how he feels sinful and stuff. And I'm trying to talk to him. And it was one point where he got so upset to where he started like, he had like this little, what was it? Temper tantrum and just started breaking down crying and shit in the passenger seat. And I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? Here I am, BubzDaGawd, trying to be Captain Save a nigga, girl. Trying to help him and shit like that. Then there was one time we went to the movies, bitch, and it was like, you know, a late showing that we went to. So it wasn't a lot of people in there. We in the front row part where the seats can kind of recline out and shit, and you can kind of move the little cup thing and come together. This nigga trying to get his hand all in my damn shirt and shit, grab it on my damn chest and stuff, rub my nipples and stuff, girl. I'm like, why are you doing this in public? I am not a public ass person. I'm a person that does this shit in private. What is he doing? I'm not a nigga that get turned on by that shit. Yeah, baby, keep going, keep going. I don't do that, baby. I don't want nobody to know what's going on. This is between me and you and no one. The only person that can watch is God because God gonna be seen anyway. And maybe my grandmom and the dead people, but hell, y'all dead. Y'all let me live my life. I wonder if y'all niggas would be talking if I sat up high and looked low on y'all shit. But anyway, then there was one time where he came to visit me for the night, and no shade, that was a very sensual night. And I'm an individual where if the sensuality is good, I don't even have to fuck. If you can fuck my mind, if you can fuck my emotions, see, I like touching, I like the body weight, I like the heat, I like the breathing, I like all of that. I just, even sometimes if we just laying there and I'm holding a motherfucker, like, I like that. And just feel a motherfucker breathe and heartbeat. I like that. It was very sensual. And that was the first time I ate his ass, girl. That's the first time I ate ass, bitch. And it was good, girl. I was like, universe, if I am going to die, let me die in this way. If I have a choice, I'd rather get smothered to death. You know how T.S. Madison said when she was reviewing Surviving Compton with Michelle A? Some people think, and she was talking about how she would have plummeted her whole ass. I forgot who she was talking about. I don't know if it was Dr. Dre or what's that nigga name? Suge Knight. But she said I would have plummeted this ass, okay, onto his face and would have killed him. Then he just stopped talking to me. Just ghosted me out of nowhere. And no shade. This next story is going to deal with a one-night stand attempt gone wrong. But no shade. And I'm just being honest, and this is me just being a human. Before I end up in a relationship, well, if I get into a relationship first, then yeah, fuck this. But if I don't get into a relationship and I have the opportunity to, and the vibe is cool, and we have an understanding, and we know what's going on, I wouldn't mind fucking somebody from the church, especially the Kojic church girl. Some of them Kojic niggas be looking real good, and they know what the fuck they be doing, bitch, with them damn tight ass pants on and jumping around and shit, girl. The women mad, girl, at the church because they want the men to be looking at them, but the men's is looking at the other men's, girl. And I will go to church on a Sunday, bitch, to see what's going on, girl, because I heard from a source, girl, that Kojic is really sissy land, girl, and I kind of want to go to sissy land and see what it's giving, bitch. Okay? Find me a nice, slim, thick ass motherfucker. Let me help you clear your throat out so you can sing that high note on tomorrow, girl. Let me go ahead and arch your back and break your back and readjust your spine. So when you go into the house of the Lord, girl, the Lord can start from the head of the top of the head to your fucking root chakra, girl, because I've helped to open up the root chakra, girl, for the Lord to come in and do what he's gonna do in your life. But let's get into T. I met T off of Tame Me, and of course, T was very sexual as well. Now, again, T was a nigga that was the same height as me. I'd be grateful when I do attract niggas that are the same height as me. And I want y'all to understand, bitch, that all these niggas are over 21. Wasn't no 18, wasn't no 19. These niggas were over the age of 21. They were close to my age. Okay? Terry ass. What? That's his name. Terry. Terry ass girl, him. Terry, it's a bunch of Terry. Fuck it, I fucked it up, girl. Terry, I already said it, girl. Terry ass girl was a little freak elite girl. We talked and met on Tamer, girl. His ass wanted to come over and see me, and that's one thing that I think gays should stop doing. And since I'm not dating nobody and I ain't talking to nobody, and I'm not looking for anything right now, I'm open, but I ain't looking. If it happens, it's cool. I'm not like actively searching for it. But we gotta stop meeting up in the bedroom, girl. The first place meeting up at the house in the bedroom, bitch. Like, no, we gotta go out somewhere, girl. Touch grass and shit. Go walk past some trees and shit. Let's do something outside, girl. Let's take a long walk. Let's do something. So, the first time we meet again, he comes over. It's on a Sunday morning. I told him, don't come by the house until like the afternoon, like around 3 or 4. Why this nigga outside at 10 o'clock? And guess where his ass stayed the entire time until I was ready to motherfucking wake the fuck up. Outside. This nigga was outside from 10 a.m. to around 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Then he comes in, gets in my bed with me, and starts taking his pants off and literally throwing his ass on me. Now, if I was like a lot of niggas and being opportunistic, I would have taken that. Because I'm pretty sure the individual came over pre-dush because that nigga takes dick and he likes dick. Okay? But I didn't do anything. Now again, I might touch on some shit. I might rub on some shit. I might grind on some shit. But I ain't finna insert nothing because you have not earned me inserting into you. So we're talking for a few weeks or whatever. And he just saying all type of sexual shit or whatever. Oh, you know, I just wanted this to happen, that to happen, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And whenever I say something sexual, he like, we can make that happen. I can come over right now. You want to? Like, I'm about to pull up. I'm like, even when I go out, I'm about to go with my friend. Or where y'all going? I'm finna come. I'm like, well, ain't nobody invite you? And they get mad when I say, no, we're in a relationship. We are talking, sir. But then it gets to one point to where he was like, you know, me and my sister just moved into this new apartment from our old one or whatever. And, you know, I want you to come see me and stuff like that. So I said, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna come see you. I'm gonna come see you. So at that time, I drove an hour and some change to go to his new apartment or whatever. I got there. I took a shower, and while I was taking a shower, I said, okay, we're going to try this shit. Let me see if I can have a whole phase. Because I never, to this day, had a whole phase. I've saved the whole phase for my nigga. I'm ready to be a hoe with him. Let me be a hoe with my nigga. Okay, let me be all the slut, nasty freaks, skanky, sloth-ass fucks that he want. Not what y'all want, but what he want. So, I went there and went to his room. And you know, we start doing what we normally do. I like foreplay. I don't like jumping the shit, bitch. I like warming it up, girl. Warm it up. I need to preheat this shit before we just throw it in. You feel me? So we making our shit like that. Again, he is my height and he got booty too. So you know a nigga with booty is a plus, girl. Especially when you got a nice booty. I like small booties too. And if you got something, as long as you got something that you can cup. Now if you got some shit that's like this, girl, your shit like this. If that's what it's giving, I don't want it. I don't want it. No, I don't want it. Okay? Girl, I don't want to fuck a wall, girl. I might as well fuck a glory hole. I'll probably have a better chance of feeling some shit than with this. But he had booty and shit. So, you know, I'm rubbing on that motherfucker, girl, grabbing it and shit. Girl, I like this. You know what I'm saying? And he was smoking at the time. And I didn't really start smoking weed until like 2018. I smoked with some niggas. That's who I'm about to include. I forgot one more person. Hold on. Let me write them down real quick. Let's see, I'm getting flashbacks. Okay? And for those of you who have done or have been watching me for a while, I've already low-key exposed myself through my journal entries, which I might revamp that in some way. But we get there, shit like that. Motherfuckers start blessing the mic, girl. I'm like, okay. Then I go ahead and give him return, girl. As far as motherfucker, let me get that peach, bitch, get into it. Then the time comes for us to actually have sex. And girl, My dick could not stay hard to save my life, girl. If my life was on the line, I wouldn't be talking to you motherfuckers today, girl. Like, it could not get up. It was good and right, girl. My shit was harder than a $50 jawbreaker, bitch, in the beginning, girl. When he was doing his thing, bitch. And I'm, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't even like touching motherfuckers here, girl. This is yours. It's not even mine. This is yours. I'm just here. Thank you. Let me lay back, relax, enjoy my turn. Go ahead. I ain't for touching you. This is yours. Shit. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. But when it came down to have sex, I could not perform. I was sitting here embarrassed in the mug. I'm like, this never happens to me. But he desperate for it. Oh, well, we tried 3 times. We tried twice that night. And I don't know if it was because maybe I was also high, because whatever weed he had, girl, was some good ass weed, girl. I don't know if I was overthinking shit, because I don't do this shit. I don't know what. But then the next day we woke up, girl, he was trying to do it again. And I was semi at that point. I'm like, oh, well, this is the best that I got. No Anita Baker at this point. And he was able to get his. Because one thing about BubzDaGawd, when it comes down to my sexual experiences, I'm not a person that come in and just try to get all of the pleasure. No, in the words of YB Entertainment, okay, it's an experience, girl. It's supposed to be passionate. It's supposed to be something to help each other, girl. This is a releasing session, girl. So you got to make sure that they're released. And if you are a bottom, talk to people who are bottoms, girl, whether you masculine, whatever. If you are a bottom, make sure you get your nut. Don't sit up here and let these motherfuckers get their shit, girl. You got a wet ass and you can't even get a motherfucking $30 order on DoorDash or something. Motherfuckers can't give you $30 worth of gas, girl. Can't give you nothing. At least here go a few packs of shit, nigga. Here's a eighth of weed or something. You ain't getting nothing. Make sure you get your nut. Stop playing. Because one thing about a nigga that fuck with me, they gonna get theirs. And I'm okay with them getting theirs first. Now, there's gonna be some times, girl, where I want to get mine. Very tough, bitch. I want to sit up here and have my Patti LaBelle experience. Watch chapter 3 for that reference, okay? I want to have it. But also, when it comes down to sex, it's about pleasure. It's about pleasing. And especially now where I am and knowing that it's more spiritual and intentional, oh, I gotta be with a motherfucker that know what they want before I start having sex with them, girl, because that sexual energy can be destructive. Look at all the broken relationships. Look at all the broken marriages, girl, when that spark starts fucking up. Okay, that spark, girl, you'll be sitting there trying to like start your damn car. Ying, 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 ying. Not over here. But then, before we left, we sat in his car and we smoked, and he was like, and I felt so bad, because it was true. I just didn't have the courage to tell him at the time, because again, even though I've been hurt, I had situations where people actually liked me, but just the way they went about it, it was kind of like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. We were sitting there smoking. We should. And he was like, I have a feeling that you're just not gonna talk to me again. And I was just quiet, because that was the truth. I remember one time I saw him at the club with his nigga, and they was matching and stuff. But I will say this, no shade. And it's gonna be very, very niggerish of me, because I can't even guarantee that. But Terry, if you watch my shit, you know Terry. If you down to try again, I'm willing to really think about it. Because I'm a different nigga at this time. Because the way that I would have bended this motherfucker, and you know what I think would have happened that would have like inspired me or influenced me to like actually go there with him? It's like if we would have sat down and like watched a few movies before and like chilled and vibed with each other, then I feel like that would have enticed me more, because again, I want to be able to have a connection with you. Or as I think someone said in the comment section, Queen Stevie said, sapiosexual. That, but I also think it's also called demisexual, because that's kind of like, you know, my thing or whatever. But we got 2 more. I got 2 more as far as the adult part. There was one time where I was talking to this person and I wanted to date, and their name was M. M was this light-skinned nigga that kind of favored my first love, girl, because I had a pattern of trying to attract niggas that kind of was like also in his likeness. And he was like very well known in the gay scene. He was just fine as fuck, fine as hell. And I'm thinking like, damn, this nigga way out of my league. Like, he ain't gonna never talk to me. Like, if I message this nigga, he ain't gonna respond. He did. He responded. We was talking and stuff like that or whatever. Again, everything always be good in the beginning, girl, and then something just happens. So I remember that he wanted to hang out, and again, you know how the gays be doing, unfortunately, girl. We hanging out at the house, girl. We hanging out all type of shit. But I'm a different type of gay, but the setting is the same. So he comes over and says he wants to spend the night. I said, okay, cool, no problem. So at that time, as I was leaving work, I was going to go pick him up afterwards. And that's not me farting, girl. This is an old ass chair I'm in. I ended up stopping to get us something to drink. And I went and bought us some pineapple New Amsterdam. I will never drink New Amsterdam again, especially pineapple, girl. Me just thinking about it is making my throat salivate, and not in the way of, oh, I'm hungry. Like how I am right now with the munchies kicking my ass, and I'm helping it more with this shit. Let me put this down, girl. You hate how niggas be talking with the weed and shit? Shut up. It's my shit. But, I got us a nice sized bottle of pineapple New Amsterdam. I picked them up, came back to the house, and it was just us here. I think my people was gone because I lived with my parents until they moved away. No shade, and I don't feel guilty about it. It's a bunch of white people who still living with their damn parents. You got people of other groups, Muslim people or Asian people that live in generational houses, bitch. So miss me with it. Just because black people have been conditioned to throw their kids out at 18 and let the world fuck them up, my parents wasn't like that. So they were going. He came over, and we chilling, and we both 90s kids. So you know, we over here taking shots and shit like that, and I'm a lightweight, so that shit hitting me like harder than ever. Bitch, we over here doing karaoke, girl. We over here singing Cheetah Girls, bitch. Disney classics. Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Girl, all that. We going in and shit. We having fun. We playing games and shit. This nigga like, oh my God, like I needed this. Like, you know, again, he had broken up with his ex about a month ago. He was still going through shit. So he was like, I needed this. This was good, man. I really appreciate it, whatever. Then I remember, after drinking so much, I just blacked out. And when I came to, girl, we in my bed making out, bitch. I mean, going at it. I'm thinking to myself in that moment, like, wow, this the nigga that I thought was fine on motherfucking Facebook that I never thought I would have the opportunity to get with or talk to. Here I am, bitch. We making out in my bed. I'm rubbing on his booty. Itch. Now, there's one thing about him that I did not mention. And this is why I tell you, like, girl, you gotta love yourself, girl. Because when you become desperate for love, girl, you would just start taking a lot of shit. This man had a horrible BO problem. I'm talking about I could drop this nigga off and come back home, girl, 30 minutes later, and he's still here, girl. But he was just so fine to me and all this other type of shit. I was excusing the shit because I was a dumbass bitch. Okay? The next day, girl, I wake up. He in a damn coma. Drunken coma. This nigga didn't wake up till like 8 o'clock in the evening, bitch. I woke up like around 12-1. And I was nervous because I'm like, girl, I drunk so much and I blacked out. I know I'm going to throw up. I just know. That's one reason why I don't like drinking, because drinking makes me want to throw up. And I hate throwing up. I hate anything that's involuntary that I don't like, because when you throw up more than once. Girl, it's like once it starts, it just never ends. So I woke up and I'm like, okay, my stomach feel okay. Okay, I'm good. Like, nigga, did my tolerance go up in this shit, bitch? Like, girl, see all the shit I drunk? That's what I thought. I ended up chewing some gum. Why the fuck did I do that, girl? My stomach hurt so bad that I had to involuntarily make myself vomit. Like 4-5 times, bitch. I didn't do it upstairs because I ain't want them to hear. I'm in the basement with a damn trash can, sticking my finger down my throat and trying to get it all up. I feel like shit. This nigga woke up at motherfucking 8 p.m. and he was good. And he wanted to come over tomorrow and do it all over again. He came over the next day, but I ain't wasn't gonna do that again. Bitch, I dropped his ass off. I was feeling like trash, girl. I'm like, girl, I feel like I was just driving to a tree, girl, just ended, girl. I'm sorry that you had to be a casualty, but girl, I just feel like shit. But I came home, bitch. I tried to eat some McDonald's. Why I do that, girl? Got sick again, bitch. I had to take some damn Tums or Alka-Seltzer Plus to help calm my damn stomach. So anyway, we talking and stuff like that, and we hanging out. But every time we hang out, it would be different. Like, he had this weird way of working things out. Like, when he wanted to do shit, he would lay in the bed with me. But when he didn't want to do shit, he would lay on the couch. And then my ass would be feeling some type of way, because it's like, nigga, don't start shit with me and you don't want to keep doing it. You feel me? So there'll be times where I'd be trying to persuade him to come over to the bed and it would fail. But then sometimes he would get in the bed or whatever and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. When we would do stuff, again, it was fraud as shit. I'm not fucking nobody, girl, especially with your ass smelling like that, girl. No shade. I can only do so much. You know what I'm saying? So we did stuff or whatever, but I ended up really liking the dude because he was hanging out so much. And he was talking possibly about dating me. So again, my hopes is all up and stuff. I'm buying this nigga clothes, bitch, from my job. I'm buying this nigga video games, bitch. I'm buying this nigga weed, girl. I'm talking about nice amounts of weed. A little bit that we can smoke, because I was smoking with him, but I didn't smoke for real. It took me a while to actually learn how to smoke weed. I was just holding it in my mouth and let it go, wasting this shit. You know what I'm saying? Then it came one time where he came to hang out, and I remember picking him up because it was raining like fuck. And at the time, the car that I had, the tires were starting to ball. So a nigga was kind of slipping and sliding shit. But I was picking that nigga up, girl. Picked that nigga up. We came back to the house. At that time, we was playing, I forgot what Resident Evil game we was playing. But we was playing that or whatever. And we went upstairs. And again, we was drinking. And we actually had sex. Now, the sex wasn't that good. I was a little disappointed. I'm like, nigga, damn. Like, how the fuck our makeout sessions and fraught sessions be better than this shit? It was trash, in a sense. But still, I liked it him. I had liked it in him. So I'm thinking that we can go ahead and make this shit work. He ends up talking to this other dude named A. He really likes A. He would tell me how much he likes A, but he's hanging out with me. But that's how he also likes me, but he also likes A. And I know he likes A more than me because A looks better than me. A has more things going on than me. So, of course, I'm feeling insecure and jealous. And I remember we ended up going to the club, and he was coming with me. He came with me, and he was coming home with me. But he didn't end up coming home with me. He ended up getting a ride back from somebody else. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. We start hanging out again. Then he gets a text from A that I didn't know at the time. And he was like, I'm about to go make a run real quick. I'll be right back. I'm going to run to the gas station with my friends or something. You want something? I'm like, yeah, give me, some hot fries, Andy Caps, you know what I'm saying? Give me a Snickers or something. He never comes back. So I'm texting him like, what's going on? I'm looking out or whatever. Like, how long does it take to go to the gas station? You just say you're going like a few miles from here, but you ain't come back. I end up going to sleep. I wake up the next day. I'm on Facebook going to his page to figure out. And it says, M is now in a relationship with A. And that shit broke my fucking heart. I was mad and depressed again. But that depression ain't have all this shit, didn't have shit on my situation with DJ. I already told you how me and DJ met, and how we had sex and stuff like that. But what kept happening is that whenever DJ got drunk, I would get all these drunk texts from him talking about, oh, I miss you, but you hurt me. Just all this stuff that did not make sense. I remember one time where once I started healing and he and I reconnected again, like a year later or whatever, like there would be times where I would go out to the woodwork and I would see him there, and he would do weird things sometimes. Like if I'm in the club with my friend or whatever, he would be on his phone and he would be drunk, but he would like walk in front of me and he'll just stop and look at his phone. And I'm like, okay. Then wherever I would go, he would follow me or have a lookout on me. But then there would be times where after the club, he was trying to get me to go back home with him, and no shade, there was some times where I did. I ain't gonna hold you. And no shade, I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. If DJ was to hit my ass up today talking about he wanted to cuddle, have a cuddle session, a part of me would probably do it, girl. Not because I think anything can happen between us, because I've let that go. But at the same time, I don't have no hatred in my heart. And until I'm in a relationship, a committed relationship, I can do whatever the hell I want to do. But that situation with DJ led to my ego death. To where I was afraid to see this nigga out somewhere. I was afraid he was going to pop up on my social media feed. When I tell you the depression that I went through with this individual, or the conduit for that ego death, was so intense and so tough. And the reason why it was so intense and so tough was because at the time, my spiritual teacher, the one and the only CTV, I thought I was doing the best things that I could. And when it comes down to that story time, I'm going to save that for another live, because that's a live within itself. But at that time, I'm doing my meditations, I'm doing my affirmations, I'm doing all this stuff. I feel like life is actually working out for me. And then I manifest this nigga who I kind of had a crush on for a while, and we start talking and stuff like that. And we are engaging with each other, and everything again is so beautiful in the beginning. We talking, we enjoying shit, but just in that middle part, that part where motherfuckers have to decide whether they can trust the individual or not. When that part happens, when that part pops up, it's always some shit. I remember one time that I was able to meet up with him for a conversation, and I'm just pleading my case almost in the brink of tears because I want to be with this nigga. And this nigga is just like so unemotionally aware and unaware and shit, and just very cold to me. It was just a lot of shit that I was going through at that time. And yes, at that time I did start smoking weed, girl, to numb the motherfucking pain. But then I had an ego death that shook me. Mother marijuana had to whip my ass. I remember before weed became recreational, it was medicinal. You had to go to a dispensary to get it. I had a plug that could get medical shit from the dispensary. He asked me, what do you want? I said, I want, some flowers. And I also want the strongest edible they have, whatever it is I wanted. Because I had ate some edibles a few days before at this event of black people, making their shit or whatever. Like inventors and creators coming together. It was pretty dope. I ate a whole motherfucking edible, big ass edible cookie. And they was talking about, you gonna be high as fuck. I ain't feel nothing. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna be good. So I get home from work. I got my shit. I grab me some Subway on the way home. And I'm like, bitch, I'm about to sit here and get high and watch Alexis K. Tyler. Because, bitch, I need to laugh. Because Alexis K. Tyler is so funny. She's probably another person besides CTV that inspired me to speak more openly and explicitly and colorfully the way that I do. But I remember that before I ate the Subway sandwich, I ate a small piece of this brownie edible. Now, my plug told me, they said, look, do not eat this edible, the whole thing in its entirety in one sitting, because your ass will end up in a coma. Because the edible was 500 milligrams. I ate a piece of the corner of what I thought was a small piece before I took my shower and stuff, before I sat down to eat after coming home from work. Baby, that edible started creeping up on me, and I smoked a little bit too. So I'm sitting there eating, watching Alexis K. Tyler get my life, just dying, just falling on the floor and shit, just crying. All of a sudden, I started feeling really weird. I'm like, why does it feel like I'm not myself right now? Like, shit started getting really weird. So I went to the bathroom, to go use it or whatever. And then as I was washing my hands, I was staring at the mirror for at least 5 minutes, bitch. And it felt like the motherfucker was moving. I'm like, what's going on? Then the colors started to draw out and become more like dead and dull. And it was like a lot of white and black and gray and stuff like that. And I started to get very high to where I did not have any control of my thoughts. And usually a lot of times when people do weed, especially edibles, if you do too much, you don't pace yourself, you can develop anxiety and then have a panic attack because, again, you're in a different frequency. I was so fucking high and got so scared that I literally had to lay in the bed with my mother, bitch, and hold on to her arm, girl. Don't leave me, because what Mother Marijuana did for me in reference to that edible at that time is that it opened me up to the emotions that I was suppressing, and literally with my five senses along with my sixth sense allowed me to experience where I was at. I felt intense depression in that moment and all these scary thoughts in my head that, again, unresolved shit with me being bullied and stuff. I told y'all, when y'all be bullying motherfuckers, they be keeping dark shit in their head. I'm like, oh my God, what if I have to go to the hospital and get pumped? I've never been to the hospital before, thank God. Okay? What if they throw me in a mental asylum, bitch, and I'm in a straitjacket, just fucked all the way up? What happens if that's the case? Girl, what if I get up and kill everybody on the block, bitch? Just dark ass thoughts. But as my mom was holding on to me, I literally felt like this surge of energy. And in that moment, it was like Mother Marijuana was breaking me down so much and so bad and so thorough. Like, it was one thing for my spiritual teacher to speak about ego death, but to experience that shit, especially with the level of depression that I was, Mother Marijuana was trying to wake my ass up to the reality of what is. After that intense experience, girl, I make it back into my bedroom, bitch, and I took a nap for the longest time. Obviously, I was going through something very intense because my spiritual teacher at the time could feel it. And he was calling me as I was going through it. But after that experience, I felt like a newborn baby. I felt like I did not understand the world. I was ultra sensitive. We put Alex Isley on now because now we get to the end of the live, girl, about the self-love and stuff like that. But, I just felt like I had a new mind, but I didn't know what to do with it. I felt like I was still mourning a lot of the experiences that I've dealt with. All the hurt and pain, learning to actually let all that shit go. And now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm still in the process of letting go of things from my past. You don't get to a point in your life to where you've reached a level and you've made it to where now healing just stops and you're just gonna completely be healed forever. No, this is an ebb and flow of healing, of redemption, of being broken down. Look at what our country is going through. They're going through a huge ego death because we have failed to ignore all the signs, and now the signs are not going to ignore us, bitch, and now we got to deal with it. It was one point to where, after that experience, I started watching a lot of Chap documentaries, trying to understand more of black men, especially straight heterosexual black men, in reference to them supporting the Chap ideology, how they all die, but a lot of them are just depressed, and how these business people, these white CEOs and executives have turned their pain, their misery, their trauma into something profitable that they inspire other black men to subscribe to. And then when they end up dying prematurely over some bullshit, the people who are garnering that money, just like how they're showing right now with the government, the rich getting richer off of our pain, off of our destruction. And when I look back at those experiences, it reminds me that I still didn't love myself. At least not a strong foundation. The universe loved me so much to, again, send me an individual to inspire me, to help me to build the foundation of it, to where when I got to a point to where I can do things on my own, which I've been doing since 2022, I think, 2021, 2022, that I've been doing, that was all meant to prepare me, no shade, for like moments like this. Because I made a choice to step back from dating and to focus on myself, I mean really sacrifice a lot of shit, that it's all necessary, because going forward, you're going to have to learn how to master your mind and your emotions, to control them. And because I didn't have a healthy outlet of what queerness was as a young age, something healthy to look forward to, inspiring, to build after, or use as a blueprint. And then also as a queer child, experiencing those queer moments that I wonder what would have been different if we had people to talk to who could help us to navigate those experiences without y'all having to make it seem like it's predatorial. There's so many books that are created to help children understand the birds and the bees, but there's none for the queer children. Then going through high school and learning what acceptance really was by a bunch of people that society told me would hate me, and makes me know that even though there are racist white people out there, there are white people who do honor who you are and is willing to know who you are and does not have to subscribe to fear and will even sacrifice their privilege if need be for the sake of humanity. Is this background too loud, girl? I love you, Atlas girl, but if you just got signed, bitch, I'm trying to get some shit pop off, so we love you. But let me do this. Okay, this is solo right now when I'm talking. But again, I understood what it's like to be accepted. I understood what it was like to be affirmed. It took white people doing that, but still there was some affirmation somewhere. Then I met Jay. Jay was, again, another way for me to explore. Again, out of all of the romantic experiences that I've had, that was the most healthiest. Even though it had its toxic moments, it was the most healthiest and the most aware, because I knew that that nigga actually loved me. I didn't have to guess. I didn't have to wonder. Everyone else I had to. Which is why I had to work harder to try to earn that love, but they couldn't give it to me because they were broken. Again, in my adult years, with me dating, I would attract individuals. They were attracted to me. There was only on a few accounts where I reached out to motherfuckers first. Other than that, them niggas came to me. Y'all wanted me. But again, they always prepare themselves for this heartbreak, this bullshit. And I be thinking, like, if you're going to do this, then why do it? Why not just fuck then? Why try to pursue something romantic, especially if you're going to give up in the middle of it when things starts getting real? Because they were expecting for this to fall out, that I was supposed to be some trap ass, fucked out ass nigga girl that come through and play games on you. Because at least with pain, you're so associated with the pain, at least you have some form of control because you can narrate it. Not even realizing that energetically you're helping to manifest those negative experiences. But then when the universe comes through and shows you how much you are worthy of love, comes through and shows you how you do belong, y'all fight it. Y'all try to destroy it. And in those instances, what I had to realize is that some people were not able to appreciate it at the time, and that's okay. Because I lowered myself so much. I put myself on the back burner so much to get attention from people who were not able to reciprocate that back to me. But if it was one thing that those niggas always gonna remember about me, is my experience with them. Or shall I say, their experiences with me. Because I have a few of them that be trying to reach out to me all the time. And like, there are a few that I'm cool with because they know my vibe and my energy, because they knew that I wasn't on that just trying to fuck tip at the beginning. You have to earn this dick. I'm sorry. Just like I should have to earn your body. I shouldn't have to get it easily. That's like when motherfuckers send me nudes, that shit turn me off. Don't send me no damn nudes. Now, if you want to be artistic with some shit and have some clothes on but show a little shape, I'm cool with that. But let me fantasize. Let me sit up here and imagine what it's gonna look like. All this other type of stuff. Don't give me something that is supposed to be priceless off rip. But now that I am older and wiser, if I have to be single for however long until I manifest that one person, that is cool. Because when I get that one person, I'm not going to be worried about none of these niggas. I don't give a fuck how fat your ass is, how good you can ride the dick spin around and keep the dick still inside. I don't give a fuck how much your damn throat is named after Hoover Girl vacuum cleaners was inspired by your throat. I don't care about all that. If you treat me right, if you honor me, and you also allow me to honor you. If you trust me and allow me to trust you, because it's just as much as these niggas was afraid of me breaking their heart and afraid of things going wrong, y'all wasn't the only ones that was afraid. I was too. But I'm in a better place now. And no shade, I feel like I am in a place to where I can welcome relationships, but it's got to be the right one. I'm not going to be out here looking for it. I'm not getting on no apps. I don't really want to go to the club because the only club I wanted to go to was the Woodward, girl. And I'm not going to go to this club in motherfucking Pontiac, girl, or Plymouth, or wherever it is, girl. Fuck that. That was right up the damn street for me as far as Detroit. My ass is not objectively or overtly gay. You can't really tell that I'm gay unless you hear me talk or you listen to my content or I tell you. But for the most part, looking at me, I look like a mean ass nigga. So it's like motherfuckers I don't know how it's gonna work, but whoever that person is, it's gonna have to be an individual who understands what healing looks like, who has a love for themselves, a love for their family, a love for humanity. You have to love weed, girl. No shade. That's one of my things, bitch. You gonna have to smoke weed, girl. If you can't smoke, eat the edible. Something of marijuana, girl. I need somebody that is on the same level as me, bitch. I don't give a fuck, girl. You got to be able to partake of the herb. That's a requirement. Especially going forward. No shade. But you gotta also know how to communicate. You gotta also know how to have emotional awareness and intelligence. You also have to be a bottom. No shade, girl. Ain't no verse. Ain't no verse. Again, whatever possibility of verse that could have happened, blame my first love, girl. He took all of it. He took all of it, girl. There's none left in this lifetime. No. There's none left. I can't give it to you. I'm sorry, girl. This is exit only for Bubs, bitch. No shade. Now, you can grab it. I'll let you slap it and shit if you want to. I'll let you play hump on it and shit and then pretend that you topping me. I'll even let you fuck my thighs, girl. I'll let you go. I'll put my thighs together and let you do what you do. But you're not entering me, girl. I am very much red pill space, girl. I don't do that gay shit, no homo shit when it comes to that, girl. I've already had my experience. I already had a medal. I survived. Because my first love, goddamn, I felt like I was being skewered. The nigga was blessed and endowed, but it didn't endow me. It sure didn't endow me with the power of the Holy Ghost, girl. Sure didn't. But now I'm in a place to where I focus so much on myself to where I don't have to focus my energy onto romantic relationships because that is what sucked the majority of my 20s. And when I hear a lot of gay men talking about their experiences of loneliness and depression, that is the universe trying to get you to sit your ass down and figure yourself out. Because if you don't, you will continue to give of yourself unconsciously. And it's a bunch of motherfuckers out here that are waiting for you to do that. That are banking on you to do that. And you can make a choice of whether or not you are that individual. So the purpose of Wonderfully Made was to talk about my life and to tell my shit and to tell on myself and expose myself and say things that I'm pretty sure other niggas on platforms wouldn't dare share. To become more relatable to the individuals who understand humanity. And again, shout out to Daquel Dante, Mari Anton, the Alfred Platform. Who else, girl? Who else? And countless others that are having these conversations. It's just that I feel like if we're going to get deeper, we have to continue to tell our stories. And for queer people, tell your stories. If you have not been paying attention to what's been going on, the way that things are moving, it seems like a very much of trying to erase Nazi-ass type shit. We see the signs. Fuck the people who voted for this person, who told us that Project 2025 was a lie. We shouldn't have to worry about it. Meanwhile, it's manifesting in front of our eyes. I think we shouldn't listen to their ass, girl, until they fix their own shit. But for an individual to get up here and to tell his motherfucking truth. And that's not even all of it. That was just enough for this live. And we already 3 hours and almost 30 minutes in. If I were to tell everything, wow. But love yourself. Honor yourself. Stop letting niggas fuck you because they cute. Y'all better start talking to motherfuckers on the phone. Y'all better see if motherfuckers can hold a conversation. And yes, it's sad and it can be depressing because you feel like you're alone. Don't nobody jail with you. You better learn to love yourself because as much as you feel like ain't nobody gonna jail with you and the universe ain't gonna never bless you, the universe will gag your motherfucking ass with somebody who will. And the question is, when that happens, will you be able to handle that? Will you be able to fully receive that? Will you finally be able to see the blessing, the miracle, the many nights of crying over broken hearts and dumb niggas and shit? after niggas lying to you, ain't texting you back, and calling you back, playing in your face, that you finally manifested somebody who actually does that because they want to be with your ass and don't mind showing you that because they care, will you be able to receive them or not? And that's going to be up to you. But BubzDaGawd going to receive his when it happens. And again, for that nigga, no shade. I hope your body is ready, because I've been a very good boy. Been a very good boy in reference to abstaining from sex. So when your ass give me the green light, I hope you got on your freakum dress, bitch, because I'm making up for lost time, girl. I'm going to use this body up while I got all the maneuvering of it right now, girl. And I hope your body is ready, baby. I'm just saying. We'll look at y'all comments, because y'all, my stomach growling, baby. I'm getting hungry. And we almost been here for 3 hours and 30 minutes. And I didn't think it was going to be that damn long. Let me see. I know Harold had asked a question. I feel so bad. Where's it at? I want to answer that real quick. Did you go to prom? Yes, I went to prom. I went to prom, girl. I went to prom in the same outfit that I wore when I was Daddy Warbucks and Annie, bitch. I had to shave my head and everything, girl. I'm walking around like a motherfucking bald-headed dickhead, girl. Walking around and shit. But yes, I went to prom with this white girl. I think her name was Jessica. She was really, really cool. Even though her uncle was racist, and when I went over her house to visit her uncle ain't sent no racist shit to me. We actually had a conversation, so, cause I was expecting, I was expecting all that shit, and I was about to be like, I'm gonna whoop your old ass in this house too, bitch. But no, we had a conversation, so he wasn't racist to my face, and I would prefer it to be that way. You better say shit behind my back and not in front of my face, nigga. The fuck? But I went to prom with her, and prom was pretty cool. I would love to go to prom, like how they have those queer proms for like people who didn't go to prom at all because it was queer, or for those who had to go to prom with someone of the opposite sex, not someone that they want to go to the prom with. Like, I would like to go to those. Like, if they had like an adult version of that, I would love to do that, especially if I had a partner. You know what I'm saying? That would be dope to have, like, to relive your prom years in the way that you would want it to be. So, but yes, I did go to prom. Let me see. I think Deshaun was the one that was commenting the most. Shout out to Deshaun in this bitch. Let me see. Don't clean behind their nails or nothing and have a man smell. I've dealt with that before, that type of trade. Now, it's okay. Look, it's all right for a natural, because men have a natural scent to them. And no shade, I don't mind a little hint of musk, a little hint, like okay, you know, in the next few hours you may need to motherfucking take a shower, pimping, no shade. But it's like an aphrodisiac in a sense, especially for gay niggas. Just you know what I'm saying? Now, if you over here, you just got out the gym and you them type of niggas talking about smell my dirty drawers and shit, bitch, I will back your ass up. I will stab your ass. I will hit you with this bottle, bitch. I will burn you with this lighter, girl. I was Joan of Arc in my formal life, bitch. All that. But yes, you have to be clean. And yes, I get it. We men, there gonna be some times where we ain't gonna smell the best. But after that shit that I dealt with M, girl, no. I don't mind moments of you not smelling your best. Like, for example, if your ass sick and something, you already got eye boogers in your eye, your breath is hot, girl. You got boogers in your nose, shit, girl. Dry crust around your damn lip and shit, girl. Armpits a little musty, girl. Balls little twangy shit. Okay, we could deal with that because you sick. But if that's your everlasting scent, if that's the scent you known by, girl, we not gonna make it work. Girl. And for them type of niggas, girl, you gonna have to do some freaky shit, girl. Or not freaky, but some creative shit. Let's take a shower. Let me wash your back. I'll be afraid of all the damn darkness that will come off that damn body, girl. All that dirt. Let me see. Oh, wow. Being a thought pocket with everybody but you. Yeah, he was. I was so mad. Like I said, when I see that nigga, I'm gonna kick him in his shin, bitch. Bub seems like the type that hide in them bushes on that ass. Not really. I'm not stalkerish like that. I'm not. I had my moment, but no, I ain't about to do all that. If I gotta do all that shit, I might as well just leave your ass alone, girl. Because no shade, if I'm gonna commit, I'm gonna fully commit, bitch. And I'm afraid of what it would look like if I were to fully commit to that type of behavior, girl. Nikki Parker wouldn't have shit on me. So let's have Nikki Parker have her title. I ain't trying to contest it. Okay? Deshaun said, there goes Bub saying the booty thing. He got was that booty nice and plump and round? Deshaun! That ice maker you got, girl, put it close to your privates. But yes, it was nice and plump and round. It was a nice butt. Just like how niggas like ass too. Just like how niggas like titties too. Gay niggas like motherfucking ass, bitch. I'm motherfucking top, so I like ass, girl. I like ass for real, bitch. Shout out to my childhood for helping me get there. I ought to fry that shit, girl. I love the way a nigga look from the back, girl. Especially with the damn back and the lower lumbar muscles, and you got your hands and they damn waist and shit, and I better not stand up. It wasn't a dream come true. It would have been a dream come true if this motherfucker would have watched the movie with me, girl. I feel like I'm a gay nigga that also think like a female sometimes, girl. Let's do something nice. Let's do some romantic shit. Even when I would have sex with D, like D would be like, cause again, I made sure D get his, baby. He'd be the first one to get it. Girl. They say nice guys finish last. The only time nice guys finish last is in the bedroom, bitch. And I'm that type of nice guy, girl. And we were talking. He would be like, we were talking about our sexual conquest and stuff or whatever. I hate using the word conquest, but at this point it is what it is or whatever. And I would ask him, like, when you was fucking these dudes, was you getting your nut? They was like, not really. Like, they would just get theirs. I'm like, the fuck, nigga? And I be trying to feed you afterwards. You hungry? You want something to eat? I'm the type of nigga, girl, I love rubbing on booty, bitch. That was one thing me and my first love did, girl. I used to rub his ass to sleep, literally, girl. There'll be times, girl, where I used to rub his butt, shit like this. And he wanted it consistently, too. We ain't talking about no 5, 10 minutes. We talking about 40 minutes to an hour. I be sitting there getting tired and shit. And I be trying to lay down. He grabbed my hand and put it on there again. Like, nigga, I'm trying to lay down. I'm not asleep yet. Part of me want to be like, nigga, you ain't definitely going to sleep now. But see, I'm the type of nigga. Let me tell you the type of nigga I am. I'm the type of nigga, like, no shade. I'm very simple when it comes to certain things. The type of nigga I am cool. And also with me being an introvert, girl, I'm going to become more of an introvert, especially the next 4 years, girl. Fuck all that. I'm a type of nigga where I don't mind chilling up, smoking, watching animes and shit. I know that sounds so generic, but like I like chill. We ain't even gotta fuck. Now if we do, I'm okay with that, especially if we got into that point to where we understand. You know what I'm saying? But I want something more. I don't like just smash and dash pat. I don't like all that shit, nigga. I want some shit I can't get back, which is time. So I'm cool with that. I'm the type of nigga where we can watch whatever and shit like that. As long as I can rub your booty or something or be up on you, girl, because I want to lay up on you or something. You know what I'm saying? So. But it is what it is. Shout out to all the black gay men that are out there sharing their stories. I would again ask that you, as queer people, continue to do the same thing. Share your stories. Don't let nobody narrate your stories. Tell your truth. Pull an 8 Mile on these bitches, girl. Tell your truth so that when they get up there and say they're going to do it, no, let me tell it. You can't tell it. Let me tell it. Let me tell it. Then once I get done telling my truth, especially things that you ain't know about, now let me read your ass, because you think you know about me. I know about you too, bitch. And no shade for these red pill niggas, especially in one particular space, girl. I pay attention to shit. I'm aware of stuff. I know things, girl. In the way that some of you motherfuckers will gag, girl, because of the things that I know. I know the universe is going to make it work for me. Everything that I've been going through, I know is going to work out for me. And there are countless others who have said the exact same thing and the universe worked out for them. I'm going to manifest a relationship that I desire, girl, and respect it and honor it, girl, to the point to where if a bitch tried me after I told your ass no and you don't give a fuck, girl, then I guess I'm going to have prepaid legal on hand and on demand, girl. Because if I tell you I have a man and you keep fucking with me and you keep being persistent, girl, when I chop you in your damn sternum, I don't want to hear shit. I'll be that type of nigga. I'll be a mean nigga for my nigga. I already got a mean face, I've been told. I already got a mean mud. I don't mind going out. Stand like, don't try it, bitch. You think I'm crazy, my nigga crazier. I don't think you want to do that. So, but I'm also going to have the life that I desire. The things that I want to do with YouTube is not just activism work. This is a part of my humanitarian work. But I have ideas as far as film projects and music projects and just collaborations, and I don't know how it's gonna happen. I don't know when it's gonna happen. I don't know the schematics of all that. But all I'm gonna do is have faith and just do what I can. Because what the mind conceives and the heart believes, what you think and what you feel and what you act out on, it will manifest. And we do that every day. You wonder why we keep having these same problems and it feel like if it ain't one thing, it's another. Yeah, it's gonna always be that way because your ass participates in it. And because we live in a reality now where people are so dense with fear, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult to manifest things. Or at least we thought. Because the age of Aquarius, the age of truth, that it's exposing everything, that got everybody triggered and stuff like that. A lot of us already started accepting our own individual truths. So because of that, you can then accept collective truths as well. Which is why America is having its ego death, and it's long overdue. This is the time for the people to be the people. And to save whatever democracy is left, because understand, democracy is being destroyed. And they've even told us that. They've shown us that. And they believe that we're so dumb and so stupid and so caught up in these culture wars by ignorant motherfuckers who should be in the comment sections as opposed to motherfucking microphones and shit, speaking ignorance without backing any of that shit up. Oh, it's going to be a lot of learning in this bitch. But in order for you to make that change for real, like Michael Jackson said, you got to start with the man in the mirror. You have to be the change that you seek. And if you're going to make that change, and there are so many ways to change it, and we're seeing all of them being played out. Look at our government in a very destructive way of change. But for those who understand humanity, and for those that are looking for change for real, love yourself. We live in a beautiful time being online. You ain't even got to leave your house to connect with other people. Now, I'm going to leave my house to look at the tree and stand in the grass and do all this grounding shit. But as far as around other human beings, I'm not really trying to be around other human beings like that. I got a small group. I already have social anxiety anyway and social awkwardness. If I'm around people I'm cool with, that's fine. Other motherfuckers I don't really know like that, I have to get to know you, bitch. No shade. That's just where I am right now. But we're in a place to where I can log in and log off and still connect to humanity, even though it's through a artificial way, but still connect emotionally with other people, mentally with other people. And I'm going to manifest the life that I want, and not only me, you, in the midst of all this. Because now we have an opportunity to stand on truth, and how you interpret and decipher that, that's all up to you. So with that being said, I want to say thank you so much. You put my music on, girl, and get the fuck up out of here. Thank y'all so much for joining me for the story times for chapter 1 through 3 of Wonderfully Made. If you can, please make sure you hit that like button because it helps the channel to grow in the algorithms, okay? We are at 846 subscribers. We were stuck at 830 something. We rising up, y'all. Just to let y'all know, I'm also coming out with my next project this month. No shade. The amount of stuff that I went through for this first project, I understand how I want to work it. I'm going to work smarter as opposed to harder, which means that until I am able to, how can I say this? And I say this all the time, but I'm trying to find better ways to say it. And this is not me yelling or trying to be rude or anything like that. It's just me being honest. Now that I'm realizing my gifts more and more, as far as that level of quality and content, in order for me to produce it in like the way that I did with these 20-something minute videos and stuff like that, with me being in camera and recording stuff and the scripting or whatever, no shade, girl. It would be nice to be incentivized for that. Because that takes time, effort, and energy that I can't get back. And I've been doing YouTube since 2019. I'm not saying that you got to send me hundreds of dollars, $1,000 a dollar. Now, if you want to, I'll take it. Because again, I will use that to invest into equipment, to elevate what I got going on and inspire me to be able to do all these things without having to worry about other extra shit. But if you feel compelled to, you can definitely hit me up in the Cash App, because we take everything that jingles and folds. But if you can't do that, and I get it, things getting tight, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to do it. So for the ones who can, thank you. But it's like I said, as far as the quality with this next project, I'm going to give y'all quality, but I'm going to have to change it up a little bit. So it may be more voiceover work than there is actually seeing me. So I might do little segments or snippets where you can be able to see me. But as far as like how I went through this whole entire other thing with this project, with me being on the camera most of the time, no, boo-boo. I gotta make it smart. But the next thing we're going to talk about is, as far as the project, is queer phobia and how it affects heterosexual people. Again, we're not just going to keep telling about how it affects us, because we know that. We understand that. We're going to talk about how it affects you and how y'all contributed to it, because I'm going to keep showing y'all what y'all do. Not what happens to us, but what y'all do. We're going to talk more about that. Okay, and who knows? I might be able to have a guest on the show that I've been trying to have on for a while. I don't know. We're going to see what it gives, y'all, because BubzDaGawd, again, is a strategist, bitch. I'm a eunuch, bitch. I'm a eunuch, girl. I'm a strategist. I know how to work this shit out, girl. Okay? But anyway, I want to thank y'all so much for joining me for this live. I did not expect it to be this long, but I told y'all I was going to give y'all what y'all want. So if y'all really want the tea, bitch, here's 3 hours and 30 minutes and some change worth of tea. Hope you enjoy it. Anyway, shout out to King Deshaun in this bitch. Shout out to you. Shout out to Queen Stevie in this mug. Shout out to King Harold in the building, sir. It was good to have you here. Shout out to my sis Kamari. I can't wait until you come back to YouTube, because we miss you over here. Yo, Cupcakes, we miss you, girl. We miss you. Let's see who else. I think that was it, wasn't it? I think we had Queen Spicy too, didn't we? I'm going up the comments, y'all. Oh, we got Boy Crazy. Yeah, shout out to Boy Crazy. It's always good to see Boy Crazy in the building as well. I love seeing my regulars. Even though we a small little group, they said when 2 or 3 are gathered together, bitch. We doing it, girl. I think we have Queen Spicy too, right? Did she come through? Did Spicy come through at all? I don't think she did. Oh, yes, she did. Here it is. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Make sure y'all send love to Queen Spice. I just love her. Send her some love. Okay, I love everybody. Thank y'all so much for joining me for this live. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, everybody, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. I'm about to motherfucking make me something to eat, girl, because I'm a night owl, bitch. The life, there is life in the nightlife, but it ain't the life that they told you about, girl. It's a lot of downloads, a lot of spiritual stuff, a lot of answers, a lot of things that happen at night, girl. Even with Jesus, girl, when he would meditate and stuff, he would meditate between the hours of 4 and 6. That was the window when heaven would open up, girl, and my ass tried to tap into some shit, girl. And not only that, some ancestral shit, because I think I have an idea of which Orisha dons my head. I don't know for sure, but I'm going to try to see what it's about, okay? But no shade. Love y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. And we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. But tell your stories, and above all things, love yourself. Peace.
I can be anything I choose in this round. We are a sound vibration too deep to tell.